I wasn't late. Nope. Wrong. Not late. On time today. We're on time today. I was awake, I promise. I was awake. And nobody can prove otherwise. There we go. Yo, what's going on? How we doing? We got Random Ozzy, good day. Erica, welcome back. CNG, Mr. NHL. We got Nick. We got Joe Mama. Andrew, Vehicle, Engineer, Eric. How are we all doing? No, it's past your bedtime. What is up with this? Excuse me? No, listen, I stay up till 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I sleep during the day. All right? Stu! Hope Stu can pull through for us. Same. Got destroyed by my personal trainer today. Nice. I'll lick my balls. Got me, Mr. NHL. Yeah, I was, Erica. What's up, Melanic? Stu, do or die game for his pride and the fan base's faith. I have faith. Stu, right here. Give Stu a big kiss. What's up, Engineer? Stu Masterclass tonight. We're calling it. It's a Stu Masterclass. It is Stuart Skinner's crease tonight, McFlurry. I got popcorn and a Coke Zero. Let's go. I love that. Love that. Great combo. Good luck from a Canuck. Hey, I appreciate that, Colin. It's that hockey card for good luck. Absolutely. I got the Stu Skinner card behind me. We clip farming Austin tonight. Good. Do the work for me so that when I can just post clips online. Someone's going to skate in circles based on me doing circular motion physics right now. There you go. What is up with you and room temperature ginger ale? That's true, CNG. And the Oilers are in the driver's seat. They're up 2-0 in the series. So it'd be a lot different if the team was down 0-2. But they're up 2-0. Yo, what's up, Gold? Welcome back. No idea, Kyle. We're not sure. Sounds like he's day to day. I'm rooting for Stu to be hotter than the soup was. Oh, I hope so, Ace. I hope so. He can't get any colder than he was against the Kings. Oh, I know, Joe Mama. 6 wins in a row is wild. Is there a way we choke? I mean, there's always a way. Do you think they will, though? Because I don't. Need 5 goals from Kane tonight. Could you imagine? That would be wild. Update me on news on the Oilers. Calvin Pickard. Calvin Pickard is day to day. He's not playing tonight. It is Stuart Skinner in the crease. But at what cost? Greetings from Utah. Yo, welcome back, Spencer. Good to see you again. Danny, what's up? Isaac, how you doing? Stu Legacy Game Trust. I was watching the last stream, but wasn't commenting because I was eating a ton. Hey, no worries. No worries at all. They just need to know where to send it. Yeah, I think he played in the AHL this year, Gold. I hope he's doing good as well. Richard says, Oilers 6-5 OT win. Man, that would be an exciting game. Hope Pix is okay. I think he'll be okay. That's true, Ace. Although money doesn't always, I mean, it makes, it like helps suffer It helps soften the blow when, things happen mentally, but I hope so as well. Should be short term as far as we're aware, Lovegers, but we're not 100% positive. Fire this person. We're pro Stuart Skinner tonight, proud Albertan, because we need Stu. We need Stu to step up here. Any Ekholm updates? No. Probably won't hear anything until the next round. Yeah, that's true, Lola. Who says Dallas is getting by Winnipeg, though, Gold? Dallas's defense is a little shaky, and their goaltending can also be a little bit shaky. Dallas right now, they're relying way too much on Mikko Rantanen. Without Rantanen, that team is not winning a whole lot of games at the moment. We don't need Stu. We have Olivier Rodrigue. I don't know. I don't think that's a situation you want to thrust the kid into. He didn't look great in the one appearance that he got in the regular season, though. It was through no fault of his own. Yeah, I agree, Elliot. Now, obviously, like Stuart Skinner, it's either you get the worst goaltending imaginable or you get like elite goaltending. There's never anything in the middle. We're hoping for some elite goaltending tonight. What's up, Kendra? Welcome back. Hope the boys are ready to lay it on the line. I hope so. That commercial just drives me nuts, though. Do you think Stu has a short leash? I think they keep him in no matter what. I don't think they're going to throw Olivier Rodrigue to the Wolves unless Stu gives up like 6 goals in the first 10 minutes of this game. And knock on wood that does not happen. Yeah, it's interesting because, like, obviously if Pickard is able to go for game 4, yeah. Yeah, that's true, Kyle. This may become the funniest stream. Yeah, no, we are even-keeled today, Ace. We are even-keeled today. And no pressure, Ace. Exactly, no pressure. He just has to do something that the entire fan base will be staring at through a microscope on. And no matter how many goals against he gives up, even if it's his fault or not, the discourse if Edmonton loses this game, no matter what happens, is going to be intense. So, I'm watching. Hey, I appreciate that, Fleecy. Thank you. So many vids I want to watch, but I can't because I'm using parents' hotspot to watch the game. Oh, no. If the Oilers win, do they continue with Stu? I mean, they probably do what they did last year, where they started Pickard in game 4 against Vancouver. They won. They went back to Pickard for game 5. They lost, even though it wasn't really Pickard's fault, and then they went back to Stu. I think if Stuart Skinner wins this one, even if Pickard is ready to go for game 4, they likely stick with the goalie that's winning. And you may just see them switch out whenever one of them loses. Yeah, he's got this, Ace. Yeah, exactly. 14. Oh, my God. Yep, boys got to lock in tonight. Let's lock it in. That would be wild, Danny boy. That's what I said in the pregame report. I predicted 5-4 Oilers. But watch this be the lowest scoring game in the series. Watch this be a goaltending duel. They have Rodrigue as the normal backup. I don't know who the emergency backup is. I'm not nervous for the game, but I am excited. But my heart rate is a little high right now. Rock on. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a tough game. Edmonton's got to be ready to go. Key for this game for the Edmonton Oilers. Don't take a penalty in the first 10 minutes of the first period, and don't give up a power play goal in the first 10 minutes. If they can do that, I like Edmonton's chances here. Stop taking penalties early in games. Play defense is the key to the game. Yeah, exactly. And like, shelter Stu as much as you can. If the first chance against Stuart Skinner is a breakaway, well, you're not helping your goalie out, right? Brown masterclass. Oh, yeah. Connor Brown, baby. Big game from him. Probably not, Isaac. Probably not. 17-9. Edmonton, right? That's true. Carolina, also congrats on winning game 3 at home. Shut down the Washington Capitals 4-0 today. Love to see that. I know, Beef Cat. I'm lazy, and I don't like changing the graphic too much. I'm just super lazy about it. I could do it. I just don't feel like it. Do I like Italian brain rot? I saw one where there was like an alligator helicopter or something. I didn't know what it was on Insta Reels, and then like I just haven't paid attention to it. Let's hope we get the good stew tonight. Ballerina cappuccina. That one is bad. We've seen 2 shutouts in this round so far. This is our turn to get one too. LOL, come on, Stu. Oh, no. See, I'm superstitious. I would never say that. Now, I was just reading the comment, so it doesn't count when I say it when I'm reading it in the context of a comment, but. All right, folks. We are going to have the anthems. I'm going to take my hat off just for the anthems here. Yeah, that's right. Gold against the Kings. What was it, game 4? Don't worry. The brain rot will never fully take over my brain, but yeah. We're getting there. How many points combined for 29 and 97? They need to have more than 2 points combined if they want to win this one tonight, in my opinion. Seven points each. Oh my God. Yo, Retro coming in with a 199 super chat. Skinner, Molson fart time. Oh my goodness. No Molson tonight. I'm back with the Blue Moon Mango. That's what we're back with. Welcome back, Robin. Yo, what's up, Drake and I? Good to see you again. Sending love and good vibes to all of you from Italy. I love that. 3 a.m. here. I need a bucket of coffee. He slept 3 hours. Oh my goodness. I would not blame you if you just went right back to bed, my friend. I mean, I like room temperature pop, Erica. I got no problem with it. Gene beside Robert is cinema. Absolutely. Gene's looking good with the haircut that he got. I was scared that he was going to hex the team by getting the haircut, but you know what? I like it. Sometimes comments get filtered super. I don't know how to like completely change that, but am I going to show gameplay? Absolutely not. But there will be the time clock in the on the right side of the scoreboard for you so that you know how much time is left. Would Stu make good stew? I bet he makes good stew. I would eat Stuart Skinner's stew. Absolutely. Where can I watch? There are websites. You can sail the high seas. I don't know if Sportsnet Premium is available where you are. I have no idea. I don't know where you could watch it, unfortunately. Mean Gene always has the lines. Absolutely. All right, Canadian Anthem is done. This crowd is ready to explode. I'm expecting a good start to the game. As always, during gameplay, I have chat hidden, so you can still see chat on the screen, but I will not because, chat, you're usually about 30 seconds to a minute ahead of me in terms of the game action, and I don't want to be spoiled on goals. If there are goals, try and refrain from reacting until I react, but you know what? If you end up reacting and I happen to get spoiled, it happens. So no worries, folks. Let's have a great game. Adin Hill gets the start for Vegas, and then, of course, Stuart Skinner for the Oilers. I got Stu beside me on stream tonight for good luck. Good luck here. Let's go. Let's go. Hiding the chat now. Stuart Skinner with the start. Oilers with a 2-0 series lead, looking to really put Vegas on the brink here with a win on home ice in Game 3. Oilers win the faceoff. Dumped in deep by Darnell Nurse. Adin Hill out of his crease, gives it to Hanifin. Hanifin into the middle of the ice to Carlson. He'll get that puck up, and Vegas will go in and forecheck. Frederick can't come up with the puck. It's centered in front off of Connor Brown's foot. Brown, he's being pressured. And the Oilers high flip to center. Here's Trent Frederick. He'll try and send it across the neutral zone. William Karlsson steals that. Riley Smith will dump it in deep. Oilers looking to reverse, protect, and get a bit of a change here. So the Oilers started their third line. Not much possession for them or chances for either side. Here's a high flip to the neutral zone. Shea Theodore plays that across to Braden McNabb, who is in the lineup for Vegas after Bruce Cassidy said McNabb was out. So that's an interesting thing here. You have McDavid with Draisaitl and Perry. Perry loses the puck, and Vegas will bring that back in the offensive zone. Here's Bouchard against Eichel. Bouchard up the right boards. Draisaitl can't make the play. He's being pressured by Mark Stone. Puck up to McDavid. He can't gain possession. Vegas, they'll hold on to it. Sent in deep into the Oilers zone, and Evan Bouchard getting his stick into someone's face there. Corey Perry now for Edmonton towards Adin Hill, misses the net, and that ended up hitting something and going out of play. All right. So a couple turnovers for the Oilers. What's up, Silverio? Good to see you again. Nugent Hopkins is going to take this offensive zone faceoff. Hurdle kicked out of the faceoff dot. Hurdle landed on Calvin Pickard's leg in Game 2, and Pickard is out of the lineup now because of it. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Off the draw, loses it. Vegas, they'll come up with it. They'll skate it up, right side, and they'll backhand it in deep. John Klingberg for Edmonton backhands it up the left far boards, but Vegas, they'll steal that. The Golden Knights with control. Here's a shot, and Stuart Skinner with an early save. Like to see that. And this crowd, they're chanting Stu, and you love to see that. The crowd is behind him right now. Huge start. Yes, it's an easy save, but you got to get into the game as quickly as you can. Stuart Skinner gets his first save of the game, gets himself engaged and active. Let's see if he can continue that. Defensive zone draw now for Edmonton. Nuge is looking to win it. He loses it. Vegas has had the early pressure. Shot towards the net, doesn't make it. Nugent Hopkins, he'll just lightly backhand it through the neutral zone, and Zach Hyman's going to get away from a check. Here's Hyman trying to center it towards Nugent Hopkins into the center of the ice. Evander Kane, he's body checked by Pietrangelo, and then Zach Hyman throws a hit. This line is physical for Edmonton. Kane and Hyman throw a lot of hits. Oilers are going to get a change. 17:48 to play in the first. Ty Emberson behind his own goal is going to wait to reset. Fourth line out for Edmonton. Puck into the middle of the ice. Sent in deep. Victor Arvidsson chases after it now. He hits Hanifin to the boards. Janmark cycles it around. Klingberg steps up, leaves it for Bud Colson. Bud Colson dumps it around. Here's Janmark in front. Arvidsson, it's in the crease area. And this fourth line for Edmonton getting a couple looks. And the Oilers tried to center it back to their blue line, but it ended up going back into their own zone. Stuart Skinner comes out of his crease, plays it to John Klingberg. Good shift for the fourth line for Edmonton. Here's Janmark now for Edmonton. He's checked off the puck. Puck is then deflected deep into the Vegas zone. Connor Brown, he'll chase after it. He tries to drop it for Henrique. It's kept in. Here's a shot. And that goes wide by Frederick, but they are going to call offside on Edmonton. Jeez. Crazy. But yeah, the Oilers' fourth line, Janmark centered it in front. Arvidsson had a good chance in close. And that fourth line, they connected for 2 goals in game 2, and they need that depth scoring if they want to win this game and go up 3-0. Mark Stone's laughing at something, having a chat with the linesman. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Perry out. I'm surprised they're going with the McDavid line against Jack Eichel, but we'll see how it works out for them. I was hoping that they were going to try and get McDavid away from Eichel. Vegas sends it in deep. Stuart Skinner up the right boards. Finds Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl skates it into the Vegas zone. Protects. Puck given to him from Bouchard behind the Vegas net. Here's McDavid. Centers it out in front. Here's Bouchard with a shot. Stopped by Adin Hill. Good shot by Bouchard. Good save by Hill. Here's Draisaitl now. Plays it to Corey Perry. He's checked off the puck. Comes back to Perry. Across to McDavid. Back to the point. Here's Nurse. Gives it to Bouchard. Right circle to Draisaitl. Draisaitl tries to put it up the middle of the ice. Telegraphed, and Shea Theodore reads it. Oh, man, and Draisaitl almost intercepted that. Bouchard will return and get the transition going, but the Oilers are going to get their top line off and get a change here. Good shift for Edmonton's top line. Good shot by Bouch. Crowd also showing their appreciation with a loud roar. Here's a puck now deflected behind Adin Hill. Zach Hyman towards the goal. Tried to bank it off of him, and Vegas will come up with it. Here's Riley Smith. He's hit hard into the boards. Through the neutral zone. It's going to be cut off by John Klingberg. He'll play it across to Jake Wallman, who's had a great series for Edmonton. Here come the Golden Knights now. Sent deep into the Oilers zone. They're going to put some pressure on the Oilers defense. John Klingberg is hit. Loses the puck to William Karlsson. Centered, and that goes off the outside of the net. Evander Kane now trying to get the puck against Pietrangelo, and he can't. Here's William Karlsson trying to center it out in front. It's sent down the ice, and that's going to be icing on Edmonton. Shots are 2-2, 15-11 left in the first period. All right, how we feeling? First 5 minutes of the game? Edmonton hasn't taken a penalty yet? That's a positive. Pretty low event so far. Both teams, they're in a bit of a feeling out process right now. Nugent Hopkins is going to take the defensive zone draw after the Oilers iced it. Got to get a win here. Vegas wins the draw once again. Here's Hannafin. He'll play that down. Shot towards Skinner. That goes high and wide, and that'll go all the way down the ice. Not icing, as that puck came off of a Vegas Golden Knights stick. Oilers with the change now. They'll get their fourth line out. Arvidsson, Podkolzin, and Janmark. Vegas through the neutral zone. That's cut off momentarily. It comes back to Ty Emberson for the Oilers. Emberson up the middle. Podkolzin checked at center. Janmark comes in and supports. Here's Janmark with speed. He pulls down a man. Could have been called for holding. No call. Puck cycled around to the blue line. Puck towards the goal. Goes wide. Here's Janmark along the near half wall. Spins away. Janmark cycles. Gives it to Podkolzin. He'll play it to Arvidsson, and that goes high and wide. Emberson plays the puck in deep. Arvidsson comes up with it again. This fourth line for Edmonton, once again getting good offensive zone time. That has been a good line for the Oilers, and now they're going to get their top line out. Connor McDavid prevents the Vegas clear out of the zone. Oilers will pick it up in the neutral zone and try and catch Vegas on a change now. Here's McDavid with speed. Cuts into the middle. Connor McDavid shoots, and that goes off a leg and wide. Zach Hyman now in on the forecheck with McDavid and Draisaitl. Hyman getting a shift with the top line. Vegas, though, they read that, and they'll skate it through neutral. Jack Eichel walks in, gives it to Barbashev. Spins away from a check, sends it to the blue line. Here's McNabb. Across the ice, here's Stone. In front, Barbashev. Puck bouncing around, and Stuart Skinner is going to make the save. Puck was bobbling, but Stuart Skinner read it. And for Vegas, they were looking to get that inside lane. They couldn't quite get the shot that they were looking for, and Stu was going to hang on to that one. That was good luck, Erica. That's good luck. All right, so first commercial break. How are we feeling, folks? Are we feeling good? Are we feeling neutral? Are we feeling bad? Stu! Hey, listen, Stu is 3 for 3, baby. Let's go. I hate the late on the line commercial, man. It just bothers me so much. It's been the slowest game yet. Probably by design, Shadow. I think both teams want to prevent kind of how crazy the first 2 games were with some of the chances that you were giving up. No, you got to get back with him, Erica. You got to get back with him. He's motivated. He's sad that you left him. Didn't have a heart attack yet. 3 for 3 is Stu's best yet. About 13:42, I think, is how much time is left in the first, Daniel. I'm region locked out of watching the game through YouTube, Shaw, and Prime. Any suggestions? Anyone for a subscription I can watch this on? I don't know what some of the, sailing the high seas websites are. I would definitely recommend Googling high seas sports streaming websites on Reddit. Usually Reddit is pretty good for letting people know what you can get. I mean, that would be beautiful, Shadow. So far, yeah, puck management's better, Maxi. I agree. Yeah, in the US, it's ESPN or TNT. Yeah, that's who hosts the games nationally down there. Yeah, that's True Vehicle. Yep. Now, we are back from commercial, so once again, just going to hide chat, but we'll be back. Shots are 3-2 Vegas. 13:42 to play here in the first period. Defensive zone draw for Edmonton. Looking to win more faceoffs than they did last game. The Oilers were kind of wrecked in the faceoff dot, in my opinion. Jack Eichel line out against the Adam Henrique line for Edmonton. Henrique wins the draw. Puck comes across to Frederick. High flip. Connor Brown can't pick it up. And that was played with a high stick by Vegas, so Edmonton will get an offensive zone faceoff here, I believe. All righty. Just waiting for them to get set up for the faceoff. 13:35 to play. The Eichel line is out for Vegas. Did the Oilers put their top line out? Offensive zone draw, I need to see. Come on, camera guy. Show me who Edmonton put out there. They do have the top line out. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Perry. Draisaitl's got to win a faceoff, and Draisaitl loses it. He has not been good in the faceoff dot so far. Bouchard keeps the puck alive, though. Here's McDavid, spins away from a check. Plays it back to Bouchard towards the net. That hits a leg in front, doesn't make it to the goal. And here's Jack Eichel now. He's being checked by McDavid. Eichel trying to send it towards Skinner. Ran out of real estate. Puck comes around to Mark Stone. Stone keeps the cycle alive for Vegas, but nice job by Bouchard. Gets his body in front of Eichel, and Bouchard will skate that out of trouble. Here's Perry now. He'll play it to Leon Draisaitl off of his stick. Draisaitl against McNabb. Throws a hit. Corey Perry, he can't come up with the puck, and Eichel sends it up the ice, and potential breakaway here. Stuart Skinner out of his crease. Gives it to John Klingberg, and Edmonton gets that puck out of trouble. Could have been a breakaway there for Barbashev. And now here comes Connor McDavid. He'll walk in, into the middle. Here's Perry, shoots, and he scores! Corey Perry, the ageless wonder, gives the Oilers a 1-0 lead. Wowzers, Corey Perry cannot be stopped in the playoffs right now. A great start for the Oilers. Stuart Skinner did a good job coming out of his crease to play that puck up the ice, prevent the breakaway for Vegas. Comes to Klingberg, up the wall, stuck in the neutral zone. Nice job by the Oilers to gain possession. McDavid walks into the middle of the ice, centers it for Corey Perry, and what a play by Draisaitl. Along the wall, gives it to McDavid. Perry walks in, puts it under the blocker of Aiden Hill. 1-0 Edmonton. Now, Stuart Skinner won't get an assist, but he's the reason why Edmonton was able to get that one. Huge play by Stuart Skinner. The Oilers have an early 1-0 lead. Perry's fourth goal of the playoffs, second goal of the series. And this crowd is on their feet. They are feeling it right now. Puck sent to the Vegas blue line. They can't get it out. Oilers applying more pressure. Here's Evander Kane. He centers it. Hyman in front. Oh, he was all alone, and he backhanded it over the net. Nice job by Evander Kane to center it. And, oh, man. Oh, hey, what's going on here? There's a penalty against Edmonton. Of course it is. The Oilers started getting pressure, and now you got to call the penalty right away within 10 minutes of the first period. Did I not say, keep your stick down? And there was an Oiler taken out in front of the Vegas net that is obviously not being called because the refs weren't looking at it, but let's see what happened here. I need to see this penalty. Kane put it through, and Zach Hyman backhanded it just over the net. Oh, my goodness gracious. And then Evander Kane, he throws a hit. What? Is that a hit to the head? Is that a hit to the head? I don't know. That looked like shoulder to shoulder. What? Okay, so every time you get hit, throw your head back like you've been shot, and you're going to get the call, right? Do the refs need my glasses? Ooh, I'm a ref. That's a terrible call. Terrible. Vegas wins the faceoff. Oilers got to play through it and get a kill. Here's a centering pass, puck in the middle, and that's sent down the ice by Ty Emberson. Good clear by Ty Emberson. Behind the net, Aiden Hill leaves it for Shea Theodore. That is a terrible penalty. I didn't see the head contact. Maybe on a second angle I'll see it, but here come the Oilers, or Vegas, sorry. They tried to center it. They can't get it deep, and that's sent all the way down the ice by Edmonton once again. Aiden Hill out of his crease, leaves it for Theodore. 30 seconds gone on the power play. Oh, man, Shea Theodore just avoided Connor McDavid, who would have been all alone if he had lost the puck. Here's Jack Eichel for Vegas. Across the ice to Hertl. Hertl will play it to Theodore at the point. Right circle. Olofsson to Theodore. Theodore across the ice. That goes off of his stick and out of play. Was it to the shoulder? I need to see this. I don't know. Nah, I think point of contact was the chest. Now, that's a penalty that they would call when I was 12 years old playing hockey. That's not a penalty you call at the NHL level, but as someone that doesn't want to see head injuries, I obviously don't condone headshots. I just didn't see that being the point of contact. 1 minute to go on the power play for Vegas. Jack Eichel will wheel through the neutral zone. Stick handles through some traffic. Along the half wall, he'll play it back to Shea Theodore. Theodore to Jack Eichel. Left circle. Backhands it to the middle. Here's Hertl to Eichel. Across. Looking for that one-time play. Puck bouncing around the crease. What a save by Stuart Skinner. He get that sprawled pad down. And Skinner with a huge save. Vegas keeps the puck alive. Here's Eichel. Down low to Mark Stone. Back to Eichel. Eichel looking for a pass across. Looking for a play. Into the middle. Sends it back to Theodore. Theodore to Eichel. Eichel down low. Here's Mark Stone. Tries to stuff it. Puck into the middle. And here's a one-timer that goes wide. Stick explodes by Olofsson. Here's Eichel now as Vegas. It's 4-on-4. And Vegas gets a new piece of lumber. Here's a shot into the middle. And that's stopped by Stuart Skinner again. And Edmonton will send that down the ice. And they get the kill. They get the kill. Here come the Golden Knights. Oh, Evander Kane to McDavid. In front, Draisaitl. Oh, he hit the crossbar. How did Draisaitl miss that? It's centered to Kane. He can't put it in. Oh, Leon Draisaitl hit the crossbar. He had a wide open net. Oilers with furious pressure. Goodness gracious. Puck comes to the neutral zone now. William Karlsson into the middle. Here's Barbashev. Barbashev centers it. Taken by McDavid. He'll skate it out of trouble. Connor McDavid now. Leaves it for Kane. Kane through the middle. And that's interference. That's interference. They were going to call that. If they didn't call that, I was about to freak out. I was about to lose it. Oh, I'm sorry, Kitty. Kitty was sleeping on my desk and me screaming scared him. But the Oilers get a power play here. Oilers get a power play, and they have an opportunity to really put the pressure on now. Pedal to the metal. Stuart Skinner with 2 really good saves on that kill. 3 really good saves, I would say. The Oilers make the kill, and now they get their own power play. Puck into the middle. McDavid centered it for Draisaitl. I don't know how he doesn't score that. You got to bear down, Leon. Leon, please. Yeah, McDavid tried to cut through the middle, and yeah, that's obviously interference. You'd be in McDonald's if the crossbar was an inch taller. Oh, no. Time to score on the... Exactly, right? Special teams redemption, folks. Special teams redemption here. They killed the early penalty. They hadn't done that in Vegas. They did it at Edmonton. Let's see if they can score a power play goal now in Edmonton. They couldn't get one on the road. Let's get one at home. Special teams can be huge here. And we got to acknowledge Stuart Skinner, right? On that penalty kill, good saves. For as quick as I am to criticize him on goals against, I will give him his flowers when he makes good saves. I can, CNG. I can. And I know deep down we've all seen it. We all know he can dig in and get the job done. Well, it should have been 2-0. Leon has got to put that into the open net. Like, what are we doing here, Leon? I agree, Fatherhood. Also, welcome back. Good to see you. I won't get that. I don't get too far ahead here, Lolo. Just enjoying the moment right now. I hope so. Draisaitl's got to make up for it. That's true, Kendra. I agree. Basically, after Game 3 against Vancouver, Stu was really good in the postseason, so. All right, back from commercial break. Oilers come up with the puck. Here's Bouchard. He'll play it to Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl gives it back to Bouchard out of his reach. He's going to get pressured by Eichel here. He's got to move it up, and that's sent down the ice. Edmonton can't come up with it, and here's Carlson for Vegas. Up to Eichel. Eichel off of his stick. And here comes Evan Bouchard. Almost 30 seconds passed on the power play. McDavid tried to center it, and that goes off of his skate and out of the zone. Puck back to McDavid. He'll give it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl on his backhand. Flips around. Right circle. Surveys. Gives it to McDavid now. McDavid, he does a spin on his forehand. Back to Bouchard at the blue line. Across to Nugent-Hopkins, back to Evan Bouchard. Shoots! Score! Corey Perry tips it in front. His second goal of the game. The Oilers have a 2-0 lead. Can you believe what we're watching with Corey Perry? Let's go! Corey, Scory, Perry, the ageless wonder. He is just... Wait, listen, test the skies for performance-enhancing drugs. I swear, man, Corey Perry is on another level right now. Nugent-Hopkins, he played it back to Bouchard. Bouchard with the shot. And yeah, Corey Perry, beautiful tip in front. Beautiful tip by Corey Perry. What a tip. Perry has 2 goals in the first period. The Oilers have a 2-goal lead, and they have put the pressure on Vegas. After killing an early power play against Vegas, they come back and score a power play goal themselves. But we've seen this. We've seen a 2-0 lead in the playoffs for Edmonton evaporate against the LA Kings in Game 3. Edmonton has to keep pushing here. You do not sit back. You push them. Here's Zach Hyman. Walks in. Spins to his backhand. Looking to play it back to the blue line. Comes to Kulak. Kulak down low. Evander Kane can't make a play. Back to Zach Hyman. Hyman dumps it. Evander Kane looking to make a play. Here's Evander Kane now. He's being stuffed against the wall behind the Vegas net. Evander Kane spins out of trouble in his feet. Adam Henrique trying to move the puck up. It's picked up by the Golden Knights. Hurdle across to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo centers it off of his skate, and Brett Kulak will check his man into the boards. Edmonton just looking to get this thing out of trouble here. Hyman into the middle of the ice. Nobody home for Edmonton, but Vegas is going to reset, and the Oilers are also going to reset here. The assist on Corey Perry's power play goal went to Bouchard and Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge! Here come the Golden Knights now, skating through the middle of the ice. It's brought into the Oilers zone. Behind their net, John Klingberg can't get the puck around. Here's Nicholas Roy. Shea Theodore with a shot. That's blocked in front by Victor Arvidsson. And here come the Oilers. Oh, man. A pass to Janmark almost sent him free for a breakaway. He tried to come up with the puck in a leg, and he couldn't. Here's Hanifin now. He plays it up the half wall into the neutral zone. Past Bouchard. Here come the Golden Knights. Here's Kolasar. He'll drop it for Nicholas Roy. Roy back to the point. Here's a shot. Pass in front. Where is it? It's loose. Vegas can't get it towards the goal. Here's Shea Theodore across to Hanifin. Hanifin to Kolasar. Vegas with some pressure here. Kolasar left circle. He'll step up, drop it for Theodore towards the Oilers' goal. That's stopped by someone. I don't know if someone blocked it or if Stuart Skinner made the save, but Edmonton, they'll send it down the ice through the neutral zone, and they'll get a change. Theodore holds the puck in his own zone, waiting for reinforcements. The Oilers will get their top line out. Corey Perry with 2 goals for Edmonton in the first period. Here's Stuart Skinner around the boards. Draisaitl can't come up with it. McDavid now with speed. Here comes Connor McDavid. Trying to get through the middle. McDavid! Oh, man. McDavid almost got home free. Now here's Barbashev the other way. Walks in. Slap shot. And that goes off the outside of the net. Maybe Stu got a piece of it. Leon Draisaitl can't get the puck from McDavid. And Eichel for the Golden Knights will just play it back to Braden McNabb, who is just fine after it was said he was going to miss today's game by Bruce Cassidy, but he is in the lineup. William Karlsson, 2-on-1 for the Golden Knights. Centered in front. Oh, and Stuart Skinner he couldn't stuff it past the leg of Skinner. And here's Frederick now to Connor Brown. Into the middle for Frederick. Looked like he was hooked up a bit. No call. Puck comes back to Ty Emberson. Here's a puck through the neutral zone. Trent Frederick trying to come up with it. Golden Knights, they're pressing here. Oilers haven't been able to get too much zone time since that second goal. Puck along the half wall to Connor Brown. Comes to Adam Henrique. Henrique loses it. Connor Brown trying to move it up. And now Adam Henrique. He'll play it across to Trent Frederick, and he'll just send it in deep. Oh, he doesn't get it in deep. That's going to be offside, actually, as we're going to have a commercial break. And we had a $20, hold on, Kendra with the $20 super chat, a Corey Perry jersey fund. Listen, folks, listen. Are you sure? Do we want to get the Perry jersey for a hat trick instead of Connor Brown? Because I'm still committed to Connor Brown. Thank you so much, Kendra. I truly appreciate that. Thank you. That is amazing. Cookie Monster, $2. Great coverage as a Canucks fan, rooting for you. Hey, Cookie Monster, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Perry is the Oilers' best winger this season, right? Honestly, no, I agree with you, Crux. I agree. Do I look World Championship? What does that mean? I'm not sure what you're asking me, Maxie. Yeah, absolutely. Stu with some big saves. Brown is also worthy. That's right, Kendra. Listen, Perry or Brown, right? Honestly, that would be... it'd be pretty crazy if Corey Perry got a hat trick. Dude's almost 40 years old. And to do what he's doing in the playoffs right now, crazy. I'm here. I seem to be eating my words. Listen, Zach, you're acknowledging it, but you love it. You're here to support, and that's all that matters. Oh, the Hockey World Championship. Sorry, my brain farted. I haven't been paying attention, no, unfortunately. It's mostly just been paying attention to NHL playoffs and, YouTube and stuff. But I'll be getting highlights and whatnot. I know Canada played Slovenia. I didn't know what the score was. What's up, Christian? Welcome back. What's up, homie Lander? Good to see you again. Yeah, I don't know, Fatherhood Confessions. That's crazy, right? Yeah, exactly. Reverse psychology, Zach. Canada beat Slovenia 4-0. Okay, gotcha. Draisaitl's washed. Yeah, no kidding. He could be. He might not be 100%. All right, we're back from commercial break. Puck in the neutral zone. Sent in, not deep. Out of the reach of Evander Kane. Here come the Golden Knights. Puck comes to Jake Wallman across to John Klingberg. John Klingberg into the middle of the ice. Nugent Hopkins, he'll skate through trouble, send it into the right corner, and he'll chase after it against Hanifin. Hanifin, hard rim, can't get it by Hyman. Here's Evander Kane now. Centers it out in front. Oh, and Zach Hyman just couldn't come up with it. Nugent Hopkins on the back check against Olofsson. Puts the pressure on. Puck bouncing around, and that's going to be offside on the Golden Knights. And Dorofeyev is being sandwiched by Evander Kane, and I don't know who else that was. Jake Wallman was just... It reminded me of Night at the Roxbury when the two brothers are shoving that girl in between them at the club. If anyone's seen A Night at the Roxbury, that was really funny to me. I don't know why that reminded me of that scene in the club at the beginning of the movie. I agree. If Evander Kane can keep his composure, team's in a good spot. Corey Perry has 59 career playoff goals. That is tied for 36 all time. Corey Perry with a Hall of Fame career, potential Hall of Fame career, and he's continuing to add to his legacy here in the playoffs for Edmonton. Here's Nurse. He gives that puck to Leon Draisaitl. He skates through the neutral zone, checked from behind by the Golden Knights, 2-on-1 now. Here come the Golden Knights. Nick Ross centers it, and Vegas doesn't get a shot off. Here's another shot. Where is it? Loose in front. And Vegas scores. Stu lost where the puck was, didn't know where it went, and he had no idea. Bad giveaway by Draisaitl in the neutral zone, and Nicholas Roy puts it over the line after Stuart Skinner went down. Nicholas Roy should have been suspended for a game, in my opinion, but he comes into the lineup, and he scores for Vegas. Here's Roy. He came in. Nurse took away the passing lane. Puck came across. Stuart Skinner, he tried to make the stop, and then, Raw off the rebound. Stu just had no idea where it was. Yeah, Stu just lost it. He didn't know where it was. Not good. Bad giveaway by Draisaitl, and obviously Stu is going to want that back. You got to corral those rebounds, man. But the Oilers still have the lead. Here's Darnell Nurse. He'll play it to Kulak. Puck is going to be dumped in deep onto Aiden Hill. On his backhand, reverses, checked by McDavid. McDavid trying to come up with the puck now. Here's Kulak. Keeps the puck alive behind the Vegas net. Corey Perry steals it on the half wall, drops for Draisaitl. Draisaitl plays it to Kulak. Kulak down low. Here's Nurse. Centers it out in front. That goes off of a foot. Doesn't make it to the goal. And McDavid can't come up with the puck on the forecheck. Jack Eichel skated out of trouble. Eichel, he'll dump that in deep. Skinner out of his net, leaving the puck for Nurse. He's pressured by Eichel up the right wall. And Connor McDavid, he can't get it by Hannafin. He'll play it back for the Golden Knights. Here's Eichel into the middle. Here comes Riley Smith now. Oh, he walks in all alone, and Smith scores. It is a tie game, folks. Riley Smith just had a clear open lane, and he walks in, puts it 5-hole on Stuart Skinner. The Oilers have completely stopped playing their game, giveaways, and Vegas attacking off the rush, and Stuart Skinner can't close the 5-hole. Now, what happened here? Riley Smith, he skates by Colson and Arvidsson. You had Wallman back. John Klingberg was caught in the neutral zone. Like, Riley Smith literally just skated through everybody. He opens up Stuart Skinner's legs, and we have a tie game. This is exactly what I was talking about. They had that 2-0 lead against the Kings in Game 3, and they came back, tied that thing up, took a 3-2 lead. For Edmonton, you got to get back to offense, and they need a save. You need a save. So we're back to square here. Edmonton had all the momentum in the world, but they haven't been able to generate a single shot on net since Corey Perry made it 2-0, and it's been about, 6 minutes or so of playtime. Not good. Not good. I don't think Skinner's going to get a shutout. Yeah, I don't think so. Oh, hey, there's Mama Stanley behind the Vegas bench. I mean, this game's far from over, folks, but Edmonton does have to find a way to get in on offense again. They have been unable to stop Vegas. 2 rush chances have gone into the net. First one was a rebound that Stu couldn't corral. Second one was a partial break for Riley Smith, put it 5-hole. Both goals you want back, in my opinion. Here come the Golden Knights. They'll dump it in deep. Klingberg off of his stick. He'll try and get it up to Connor Brown. It's kept in by the Golden Knights. Here's William Karlsson as Vegas is feeling it now. Puck played by Adam Henrique. Puck into the middle. Here's a backhand towards the goal, and Stuart Skinner is going to hang on to that. It won't count as a save. And Trent Frederick's got to, handle his emotions here. He's going after Riley Smith. Careful, Frederick. That's true. Yeah, if it's not a close game, it's not the Oilers. I don't know why Edmonton just can't, get a lead, hold the lead, play comfortable with the lead. Well, let's see how Edmonton responds here, because so far it's been all Vegas in this first period, other than a couple shifts by Edmonton. Gonna be straight up. Vegas has had the better looks. Face-off won by Edmonton. Kulak will play it hard around the boards. That's going to come to Evander Kane. Tries to find Zach Hyman in front, and that goes over his stick. Dumped in deep by the Oilers. Hyman will chase after it now. Oh, and Hyman throws a hit on someone. Here's Nugent Hopkins across to Kulak towards the goal. That goes just wide. And the puck will be kept in by Emberson. Down low, Zach Hyman behind the Golden Knights net. Here's Hyman now. Plays it back to Kulak with a shot. Oh, it's in front. Rebound. Oh, my goodness. Adin Hill with a terrific save on Nugent Hopkins. I thought for sure that rebound was going in for Nugent Hopkins. Adin Hill with a massive save to keep this game tied at 2. Wow. Here's Evander Kane now. Plays it back to Emberson. The Oilers have their top line out. Here's Draisaitl. Leaves it for Emberson. Emberson up the middle. Evan Bouchard across to Leon Draisaitl. Walks into the Vegas zone. Draisaitl on his backhand. He's trying to make a play with the puck. Sends it down low. Comes to Corey Perry. Perry trying to leave it for McDavid. McDavid, he's being checked along the half wall. No support. Vegas will skate it out of trouble here. Evan Bouchard can't make a play on the puck. Comes back to Stuart Skinner and Darnell Nurse. He's going to send it up the right boards. Corey Perry now to Leon Draisaitl. He's going to skate it through. Sends it across to Perry. Here comes Corey Perry, who has 2 goals for Edmonton. Hard around the boards. McDavid can't keep it in. It will be kept in by Nurse. Nice job by Nurse. Kept alive. Here's a play by Perry to Draisaitl. He gives it to McDavid, to Corey Perry. Oh, man, Perry with a spin in front. Couldn't get the shot off. And Vegas with a potential 2-on-1. No, nice job by Bouchard as he'll bring it up the ice. Good job by Bouchard against Jack Eichel. McDavid now to Trent Frederick with a shot. And that goes high and out of play. Nice defensive play. Great defensive play by Evan Bouchard. Jack Eichel had a step and speed. Good job by Bouchard. Makes a good defensive play there. Yeah, and then Hill with the save on a shot from the point, and then Nugent Hopkins had the rebound, and Adin Hill, he stuffed him, man. Offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Maybe they can get something here at the end of the period. 1:20 to play here in the first. 2-2 game. Shots are 9-6 in favor of Vegas. Face-off won by Edmonton, but that is all the way down the ice back into their own zone. 1:14 to play here. Here's Wallman with a hard rim up the boards. And Connor Brown into the middle to Trent Frederick. He'll bring it into the Vegas zone. Frederick around the boards. Connor Brown can't come up with it. Here's William Karlsson for the Golden Knights with some space through the middle across to Barbashev. Barbashev gives it to Hanifin. Hanifin towards the Oilers net. Doesn't quite make it. Riley Smith now plays it to Whitecloud. Here's Hanifin. Down low to Barbashev. Off of his foot. He keeps possession though. Here's Hanifin for the Golden Knights. A lane's opening up for Vegas. Here's Frederick now. He'll just send it off of his skate and go for a change. Edmonton desperately needs some fresh bodies out there. Puck is going to be dumped into the Oilers zone. Sent up the left wall. Here's Brown just trying to play it forward. Goes off of the linesman leg. And 2 Oilers are deep here. 3 Golden Knights will come up. Here's Karlsson. He spins away from a check against Kulak. Evan Bouchard behind his net. He comes up with the puck. Nice job to protect now. Bouchard, good play behind his net. Couple good defensive plays by Evan Bouchard to maintain possession. Bud Colson, though, can't grab it. Puck is going to be sent around once again. And Matthias Janmark, he'll play it back to Kulak. And we're going to have a tie game heading to the second period. And there's a little bit of rough stuff here at the end of the period, although nothing too crazy. Yeah, you would have liked to see that first goal. Did not like the rebound that Stuart Skinner gave up. The second goal, did not like that he couldn't close the 5-hole. Could it have been worse? Maybe. Could it have been better? Yes. Having a 2-0 lead, you shouldn't blow it that quickly. I can understand a team pushing as the game goes on, but Goodness gracious. The Oilers, I think, had 6 shots. And if we take a look at the expected goals in all situations, 1.49 to 0.8 in favor of Edmonton. So Stuart Skinner already sitting at a negative 1.2 goals save above expected. Love to see that. If we go 5-on-5, 1.22 to 0.73. Of course, the Oilers had a couple really good looks. Draisaitl hit the crossbar. Zach Hyman had a look in close to win over the crossbar. So time to bring back my physics. Yeah, exactly. You get working on the physics, Erica. That's the good luck charm. All good, Lolo. Yeah. Do the physics. Do your homework. We don't have any stats for the Golden Knights, apparently. Money Puck is just like they don't exist. That's the Skinner we know. Yep. Yeah, I guess Vegas doesn't have any stats here. If we take a look at the Oilers, Arvidsson only played 302, Frederick 311, Podkolzin 312. Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard led the way for ice time for Edmonton. McDavid and Draisaitl with assists. Corey Perry 2 goals as well. We'll take a look at the game center here. Take a look at the face-off stats. Face-off percentage. Oh, the Oilers have the lead in the face-off percentage. Look at that. Hey, what's going up, McFlurry? How you doing? Welcome back. I saw you earlier, my friend. Now, it's unfortunate because Skinner made a couple good saves on that penalty kill before the Oilers made it 2-0. But the 2 goals that he gave up were just no bueno. Hey, what's up, Talkative Introvert? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Get the chair ready. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, neither goalie seems like they want to stop a puck tonight. You take a look at the stats for Adin Hill, 2 goals against on 6 shots, a beautiful .667 save percentage. And then for Edmonton, yeah, you got Stuart Skinner rocking that 7.78. Now let's see here. Does Stu lock it down the rest of the game? Because Calvin Pickard, he gives up goals early in games, but Calvin Pickard has that ability to lock it down. Third period, he just shuts it down. This is a tie game, right? And the Oilers have last change. You get the long change in the second period. If the Oilers can maintain proper puck possession, start to wear out the Vegas defense, try and tire them out a bit, I like Edmonton's chances here, but they got to play better with the puck. They're not managing it well tonight, in my opinion. Yeah, Corey Perry will take a look at both goals, and then I'll take a quick little 5-minute break here. But the first goal, Draisaitl, good play to Connor McDavid, and then Corey Perry, he just walks right into the middle of the ice. Look at that. He's just all alone right in the middle, and he beats Adin Hill over the blocker, or I guess under the blocker. That made it 1-0 Edmonton. And then on the power play, the Oilers cycling it around. McDavid spins away from trouble, sends it back to Bouch, who's going to put it across to Nugent Hopkins, and then Nuge back to Bouchard. A nice wrister through traffic, and Corey Perry with the tip. That made it 2-0 Edmonton, but then Vegas, they get 2 goals themselves in quick succession. Draisaitl had a giveaway in the neutral zone. Nicholas Roy walks in. He tries to pass in front, doesn't make it. Comes across, and then a shot hits Stuart Skinner, and then Skinner falls into his net, didn't know where the puck was, didn't corral the rebound, and then Roy on the rebound, he just pokes the puck in. That made it a 1-goal game. And then it would have been not even a minute later. Less than a minute later. It was 53 seconds later, 52 seconds later. Puck up the ice to Eichel, into the middle. And Riley Smith just walks in through, Jesus. Right, what was this defensive breakdown? Hold on, I got to watch this again. I need to see where everyone was on the ice for Edmonton. So the Oilers, they're in the middle of a change. Vegas is taking advantage. Now Klingberg, he's skating all the way through. He tries to hit Eichel. This should be fine, right? You have a 2-on-4 essentially coming into the offensive zone, and it's it's essentially 1-on-3, really. Now Klingberg's caught, so Podkolzin and Arvidsson, these are the guys that you're relying on to get back. Wallman has to cover the middle of the ice. He cannot come across because, you would have too many players on the right side of the ice. Riley Smith walks in. Arvidsson and Podkolzin both blow their assignment. And, of course, Wallman, he's trying to make sure that puck doesn't go in the middle. This is on Stu, just not closing the 5-hole, which is very unfortunate. Bad goal to give up. Evander Kane, he took a penalty for an illegal check to the head of Pietrangelo. Did not agree with that one. But that's where we stand after the first period, folks. After the first period, we've got ourselves a tie game. I agree. You can't let him get through like that. That's true, Ace. The team's defense seems nervous with Skinner in net, not going to lie. They do, right? Like, they absolutely do play differently in front of Stu. I don't know what it is. They absolutely grip their sticks, man. Alrighty, so after the first period, how much time do we have before the second period starts? We have 10:29. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. I'm going to grab a quick little snack, grab a drink. Y'all always want chair. I will give you chair. I will give the fans what they want. I don't know what you're asking me, Christian. You might have to rephrase that. Chair possessed. Skinner thinks he's him, moves way too much. I find he doesn't move enough. It's chair time. Hey, welcome back, Bubsy. I saw a comment earlier from you. I'm sorry I missed it. How much do I think Bouchard gets? Probably 10 million. Yo, Experimentus Santos with 5 gifted subs. Slane got a gifted sub. Z got a gifted sub. Kirama, Mike, and C Grump, all with a gifted membership. Thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Wow, huge. Huge. That's massive. 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. Positive vibes, folks. It's a tie game. Send positive vibes and love to Experimenta Santos with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. If it makes you feel better, Justin, Aiden Hill is doing worse. So Edmonton just needs more shots on their net. I don't think it's just a Skinner issue, but his play style doesn't work so well. Yeah, I mean, Hellebuck's the same, right? Basically, a membership. Sometimes I upload videos and members get to watch them a few hours before the rest of the community. There are usually some other membership perks, like a little badge next to your name. I don't have any emotes yet, but I am working on getting emotes that members can use. I have that working in the background. So, and of course, if you comment on a video or a live stream and you are a member, it's usually highlighted. Skinner needs to play like Skinnist. Also, welcome back, Aninga. Good to see you again. The game was going good. Yan had a 2-0 lead, and then Vegas got 2 quick ones to tie it right back up. We will be there when Bush gets an 8x10 with a full no move. I mean, that's probably what he's going to get. Probably what he's going to get. Yo, what's up, Hampter? You want Pickard, smash the like button. Yeah, exactly. One day, Austin will explain hockey to Experimenta. I hope it will be a shot in a future. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's up, Carlos? It's possible, Chris. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how the rest of this game goes. Gonna take a 5-minute break. Hey, Yan with the 4-month anniversary. Apparently, you get one of these monthly. I mean, you can also choose to not pay monthly for it, although it is only $2.99 Canadian, I think, for the basic one, the locker room. Hey, it's going great, Jason. It's going great. We are vibing tonight. Perry scoring all 8. Oh, you're at 24-hour daylight now? Oh, my goodness. That would be very hard to sleep, hey? Yeah, that's true, Matt. Boys got to also play better defensively, but yeah, they need some saves here. But I hope you all enjoy the chair, all right? I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so, and we'll get ready for the second period. Hopefully the Oilers can come out and reestablish that lead, reestablish their game, and yeah, get a lead and build the lead, right? I'd love it, Sky. I'd love it. They're getting depth scoring. They're getting goals from their 40-year-old. They need goals from maybe McDavid and Draisaitl. That would also be nice. All right, folks. How did Chair do? Did Chair do well? Chair do good? Also, welcome back for you. Sure, Unc, whatever you say. What, Erica? What happened? What if Gretzky pulls a John Cena and makes a surprise appearance to help the Oilers win the cup? Oh my goodness. Well, I think the Oilers would be fined and suspended a very large amount of money because you have to have your lineup locked in, and if someone suddenly shows up who wasn't in the lineup, all right. We are back. I'm going to be hiding chat once again. Here we go. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if the Oilers can get an early one in the second. Put the pressure back on the Golden Knights. Puck sent in on Adin Hill. He'll leave that for Whitecloud. Whitecloud to Riley Smith. Through the middle of the ice, William Karlsson. He's going to skate that through some traffic. He's hit off the puck, but Vegas keeps the cycle alive. Played back to the point. Puck to Whitecloud. Towards the goal. That goes wide. Darnell Nurse can't come up with it against Smith, and here's Trent Frederick now. He'll skate up with Connor Brown 2-on-2. Dumped in by Brown. Trent Frederick will go in after it against Whitecloud. Frederick throws a hit. Puck up into the neutral zone, all the way down the ice. That's actually going to be icing on the Vegas Golden Knights with 19:14 to play here. No, there's more than 8 likes on the stream. Come on, there's 78 likes. 81 likes now. If you refresh, it'll update. But yeah, smash the like button if you haven't hit the like button yet. Goes a long way in supporting the channel. Face off won by Edmonton. Here's Evan Bouchard on his backhand. Sends it in deep. Puck hits I don't know what that hit. And that's going to be high, flipped down the ice. Jake Wallman is apparently not icing. Wallman really slowed down trying to sell an icing, but the linesman said, no way. Bouchard for the Oilers. Tipped in by Perry towards Hill. Hill's going to leave that for Shea Theodore. He's being checked by Draisaitl. Draisaitl puts the pressure on Theodore. Puck comes back into the neutral zone. Vegas can't come up with it. Oh, man. Draisaitl just missed McDavid, who would have had a breakaway. Here come the Golden Knights. Checked from behind by McDavid. Here comes 97. He'll play it to the right side. Draisaitl. He'll leave that for Perry. Perry walks in behind the net. He circles around, centers it out in front. One-timer from Nurse, and that goes wide. Hit by Perry along the boards. Nugent Hopkins, he's checked by Dorofeyev. Or Barbashev, sorry. Corey Perry, he's going for a change for Edmonton. Nice job by the Oilers here, getting some pressure on the Golden Knights. Here's Theodore. Up the ice, tipped down. That should be icing on Vegas. No, not icing. Okay, they're going to say he was at the red line. John Klingberg for Edmonton. Skates up with speed. He'll dump it in. Hard around Nugent Hopkins. Well, that puck took another weird hop behind the Vegas net. That's a couple weird bounces on cycle chances for Edmonton where the puck just dies. Here's Hurdle for Vegas. He's hit by Nurse. Nurse behind his net. And Klingberg throws a body check too. Nice job by the Oilers defense. They'll come up the ice. That's dumped in by Zach Hyman. Hyman against Pietrangelo. Puck sent around. Evander Kane can't keep it in. And man, what a hit thrown by Hyman. Here's Emberson now for the Oilers. He'll find Evander Kane. Backhands it up the ice, just out of the reach of Nugent Hopkins. Puck comes back into the neutral zone. Oilers can't get a change. Puck reversed by Emberson. Comes to Evander Kane. He hangs on. Good patience by Kane. Sends it to the middle of the ice into the neutral zone, but they can't come up with it. Here's Kolasar. Dumps it into the Oilers zone. Once again, Emberson trying to get this up. Kept in by the Golden Knights. Oilers playing with fire, not managing the puck right now. Vegas keeps their cycle alive. Comes around. Whitecloud against Kulak. Kulak can't come up with full possession. Kolasar now. He wraps it all the way around. That's going to get by the stick of Eichel, and that's going to go down the ice, and Victor Arvidsson is going to, Arvidsson threw Eichel threw a bit of a pick on Arvidsson, but there was no call. Puck lobbed into the Oilers zone. Evan Bouchard Plays it to Wallman. Back to Bouchard. That puck bounces over Bouchard's stick. He can't come up with it. Here's Wallman. Nice job. Good patience. He'll skate it up the ice. Wallman. He's checked from behind against Barbashev. Oilers trying to just get the puck deep. Sent in. Connor Brown will chase after it. He's cut off by McNabb. The Golden Knights now into the middle of the ice. Here's Shea Theodore across to Barbashev. Barbashev checked by Podkolzin. Podkolzin can't come up with it. Darnell Nurse, he'll reverse to Emberson. Here's Podkolzin now, middle of the ice. Victor Arvidsson will skate that deep into the Vegas zone. Arvidsson behind the net, centers it out in front. Oh, and Adam Henrique just shot it over the net. Nice look for Adam Henrique. Good play by Arvidsson. Darnell Nurse to John Klingberg. Here's Nurse again. He'll find Adam Henrique. He looks into the middle. Henrique plays it back. Nurse across. Here's a shot. Oh, Klingberg was looking for Connor Brown. He had an open lane to shoot and chose not to. And Vegas, they'll put that puck out of play off of the glass. I didn't agree with the call for you. I didn't agree with the call at all. I thought point of contact was the shoulder. Your actual name is Raj. Okay, I'll remember that, FC. It's Raj. Yo, what's up, nerd? How you doing? Offensive zone draw for Edmonton. Here's Leon Draisaitl. He wins it back. Here's Kulak to Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid walks in, gives it to Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. It's in the crease area. Edmonton can't come up with it. And here's Kolasar for the Golden Knights. Kolasar through the middle. Deflected in deep by Hurdle. Hurdle against Kulak. Kulak, one hand on a stick. Can't play it up. Puck comes to Draisaitl. He'll play it up the right boards to McDavid. Sends it back to Bouchard. Oilers looking to get a play going. Here comes Leon Draisaitl through the neutral zone. Puck sent in deep. Draisaitl wasn't expecting that or something. I don't know. It's like he just decided he didn't want to go forecheck. Golden Knights bring it into the Oilers zone. Here's Kolasar. Checked by Bouchard. Here's Thomas Hurdle. He loses it to Kulak. Comes to Perry. Perry spins on his forehand. Finds McDavid into the middle. McDavid can't send it in deep. And McDavid had his hand slashed. No call. Puck sent towards Skinner. He'll send it into the corner. Vegas keeps the puck alive. Here's Eichel behind the Oilers' goal. Jack Eichel being pressed against the wall by Bouchard. Puck comes into the middle. Draisaitl will pick it up. Here comes Leon Draisaitl now. Off of the boards. He's going to chase after it against Pietrangelo. He's sent wide by Haig. And Pietrangelo, he'll skate it up with some speed here. The Oilers are looking to get a change. Here's William Karlsson for the Golden Knights. Wallman loses an edge. Centered it out in front. Evander Kane does a good job against Barbashev. And Kane does get the puck out. And Hyman, he'll come after it. Zach Hyman, one hand on his stick, tries to protect. Oh, and Evander Kane throws a big hit into the boards. Oilers trying to keep the puck alive. It'll come out momentarily. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll play that puck to Emberson. Dropped back to Nugent Hopkins. He'll skate it up the middle. He'll send it across. Here's Hyman with a shot, and that went high and wide. Big slap shot from Zach Hyman went high and wide. That was old school coming in on the right side. Big clapper, didn't make it to the net. Edmonton keeps the puck alive. Oh, and Hyman would have had a look. Nice defensive play by Pietrangelo. But Hyman almost comes up with it again. Vegas, they're struggling to get the puck out of their zone. Oilers doing a good job with their sticks, keeping pressure up. Puck sent up the right boards, sent in on Stuart Skinner, and he's just going to hang on to that. With 13 minutes left in the second, I think each team has had one shot here in the second period. It's been a slower second period here. Yeah, William Karlsson, he went to make a play, and yeah, Evander Kane just threw him into the boards. And there's one player I haven't seen in a while, and that's Mark Stone. Have we heard about what's going on with Mark Stone? Have not seen him in a while. I feel like if he's been on the ice, I just haven't seen him. Sharks fan nerd, hey? Well, who do you think San Jose is going to be drafting second overall in the draft? What's up, RH? That's just the playoffs, Benjamin. That's what the fans do. Doesn't matter who's in net for the other team. That's what fans do. True. Although Carlson, I don't think he ever scored 30 after he had that 40-goal year in Vegas's inaugural season. Yeah, Dorofeyev came out of nowhere. That was wild. Nah, I don't condone taking runs at players. Misa would be great. Misa would be great. Hopefully the Islanders don't take Misa. Well, maybe if the Islanders take Misa, maybe having Schaefer would be really good. You can bolster the blue line, right? Because San Jose, they're already building around Celebrini and Will Smith, so maybe having a stud D-man to build around too. I don't actually know what the model is. It's some kind of like Sony TV. It's not a Trinitron or a Triniton. I don't know what they're called. I can't remember what the model of it is. I found it at a on Marketplace last year. I just play N64 on it. All right, we're back from commercial. Vegas off the face-off. Edmonton with possession. Adam Henrique up the right boards. Connor Brown can't find Trent Frederick. Here's Shea Theodore through the middle of the ice. That's cut off by Kulak. Ty Emberson for Edmonton with a high flip down the ice. Picked off by Theodore. It's just a lot of dumping and chasing. A lot of neutral zone play. Not a lot of offensive chances for both sides in this second. Here's Dorofeyev for the Golden Knights. Dorofeyev, sorry. Emberson against Eichel. Can't come up with it. Jack Eichel looking to center. Oilers collapsing. Here's Theodore. Across to Eichel with a one-timer. Good job by Emberson. Got a stick in the lane. Didn't allow that puck to get to the net. And a glove pass called against Vegas. Oh, that's cool. I love that, Rock. That's amazing. What's up, Kyle? Yeah, both teams have really committed to defense. I think they both know their goaltenders are a little shaky right now. And they're like, you know what? If we don't give up any shots, the other team can't score any goals, right? Here's a high flip into the Oilers zone. Klingberg, he'll send it around. Kept in by the Golden Knights. Sent towards the Oilers net, goes wide. Jake Wallman trying to make a play off of his foot. Nice job by Wallman. He'll find Arvidsson. Arvidsson to Janmark. What a play to kick it up to his skate. Here's Janmark to Podkolzin. Janmark! Oh my goodness, that would have almost been a tic-tac goal for Janmark. I would have liked to see the puck towards the net by Podkolzin, but man, great opportunity. Janmark just couldn't get his stick free in front of the Golden Knights net. Here's Carlson to Riley Smith. Smith, he'll back off to Carlson with a shot, and that's stopped by Stuart Skinner. Vegas' 11th shot of the game. What a play here. Janmark brings it in, finds Podkolzin on his backhand, tries to find Janmark, who, well, he just didn't get there in time. I thought White Cloud got the check on him, but no, just missed him, and Carlson just shoots it right into the crest of Stuart Skinner, so just a positional save for Stu. 11:30 to play here in the second period. Face off to the left of Stu. And I'm not sure what's going on. Don't know why there's a delay in dropping the puck. Just drop the puck, linesman. Here we go. You have Nugent Hopkins, Evander Kane, Zach Hyman out there. Darnell Nurse and Evan Bouchard. Oilers win the draw. Bouchard up the middle. Nugent Hopkins. He'll skate by some trouble. He'll send it across to Evander Kane. Kane to Hyman, and that goes over his stick. And Keegan Colasar. He'll drop it for Jack Eichel, who seems like he's been on the ice forever. Here's Theodore. Walks in on his own. Shoots, saved by Stuart Skinner. Puck is loose for a moment, and Edmonton gets it out. And Zach Hyman and Evander Kane get it into a safe area. And they're going to call offside on the Oilers, but good save by Stuart Skinner. There was traffic in front. That was scary. That was scary. Puck came into the middle. Shea Theodore just walks in all on his own, and Stuart Skinner with a good stop Kulak. Man, there were 3 Golden Knights all over Stu. That's a good save by Stu, actually. To get low, he's looking through bodies to find where the puck is, and then Edmonton, they get the clear. Good save by Stu. Like I said, I'll give Stu his flowers when he makes good saves. He's just got to do it more consistently. Vegas wins the faceoff. Puck sent into the Oilers zone. It'll go behind their net. Evan Bouchard, he'll spin from trouble. Backhands it to Jake Wallman. Wallman will find Connor McDavid. McDavid stick handles, sends it deep into the Vegas Golden Knights zone. Corey Perry will go chase after it. Perry throws a hit on Hanifin. Edmonton can't come up with it. Golden Knights potentially getting the puck up. Oh, nice job by Bouchard. Great play by Bouchard. And it comes to Draisaitl now. He'll find McDavid, walks into the Vegas zone, spins away, sends it to Wallman, and that was read perfectly by the Golden Knights. And Wallman could not get the shot off. Here's Hanifin to Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo, the high flip. It'll come to Perry, and Perry loses it. Sent in deep. Wallman under duress here. Behind his net, loses it. Centered in front. Golden Knights with a backhander, and Stuart Skinner makes the save. I don't know if he had to do that to make the save, but Stu makes it. I'm not sure why he goes down like that. The Oilers have to get going here. They are not managing this puck at all. Vegas is getting the better looks right now. But that was another good save by Stu. Little unorthodox. Nice backhand by Hurdle. And yeah, Stu just... Hey, listen, I don't care how you make the save. If that's how you want to do it, looking like Dominik Hasek, man. Good save by Stu. Oilers got to get going. Oilers got to get going. Oilers win the faceoff. Comes to John Klingberg. Klingberg off the right boards. Brown across the ice. Darnell Nurse. He'll flip it in deep. Adam Henrique will chase after it against Haig. Haig along the half wall. Oilers putting some pressure on. Kept in by Edmonton. Adam Henrique can't get a play, though. Nicholas Roy looking to come up with it. Oilers, for a moment, keep it alive, but the puck and bodies at the blue line. Vegas gets it out. Here's Pearson. He's checked as he puts it in deep. Darnell Nurse will play it up the right boards. Good job by Connor Brown. Gets away from a check. Trying to skate it up the middle. Comes to John Klingberg. Klingberg to Trent Frederick. Frederick down low. Klingberg gets the cycle going. Connor Brown, he can't come up with the puck in his glove. Oh, and a bit of a miscue by the Golden Knights, and the Oilers will try and take advantage. Here's a one-timer by Nurse, and that's stopped by Aiden Hill. Good save by Hill. Connor Brown around the boards, and Darnell Nurse is going to pick it up. And Vegas looking to get a change. Hopefully the Oilers can take advantage of this. Couple of tired bodies out for the Golden Knights. Darnell Nurse up the right side. Here comes Victor Arvidsson. Drops for Kulak. Kulak steps in. Walks into the right corner. Victor Arvidsson. He's checked off the puck. Kulak can't come up with it, and the Oilers are going to get a power play. The Edmonton Oilers get a power play here. It's a slashing call against the Golden Knights. Let's see if the Oilers can break the tie, get a lead. It's been a very defensive period. Stuart Skinner's made some big saves for the Oilers. Let's see if the Oilers can reward that, right? Get the lead back, really put the pressure on the Golden Knights here. And we're giving Stuart Skinner a kiss for good luck here, all right? No, I'm not gonna eat him. He's up and down, Potato. He's up and down. Good and bad. And that's Stu. That's the story of Stu. Good and bad. But he's been good in the second period. Skinner. What did I just watch? You just watched me being a goof. I'm just being goofy. I'm just a chill guy, right? I just got my hands in my pockets. I'm just a chill guy. I'm just, just a chill guy. Check Discord. Uh-oh. What's going on in the Discord? What did I miss? What happened? What am I looking at? Which channel? Which channel? Oh, look at that. Look at that little kiss. That's nice. That's fun. No, it's the defense that was wrong. The Simpsons is great. I'm not sticking my tongue out. I refuse to allow that to be put out into the world. I'll watch the clip during the intermission. All right, power play for the Oilers. They're 1 for 1 already. Corey Perry scored in the first period. Yeah, Barbashev, that was a slash right into the hand of Arvidsson. Good call by the ref. Honestly, this game has been well officiated. I didn't like the penalty on Kane, but for the most part, the refs are just letting them play here. Let's see if McDavid can win this face-off. Shots are 13-9 in favor of Vegas. McDavid wins it. Comes back to Bouchard. Evan Bouchard will find Nugent Hopkins with a shot. That goes off of Perry in front. I don't know if that made it to Adin Hill, and that's going to be sent down the ice by the Golden Knights. Here's Skinner. Leaves it for Evan Bouchard. He'll skate it slowly up the right side. Gives it to Draisaitl with speed. Here comes Leon with a shot off of the transition and a save made by Adin Hill. I like that, actually. I like that shot by Draisaitl. They got to do that more. Here's McDavid. He'll find Nugent Hopkins over his stick. McDavid will chase after it against Pietrangelo. Pietrangelo backhands it all the way down the ice, and Stuart Skinner will come out of his net. Nugent Hopkins should be more aware of where that puck is going. He just wasn't fast enough to get the pass from McDavid. Here's Evan Bouchard. He'll skate it up. Left wing, Nugent Hopkins back to McDavid. Back to Nugent Hopkins. Into the middle to McDavid to Draisaitl. Oilers will get set up here. Draisaitl plays it back to Bouchard. To Nugent Hopkins, left circle. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Or McDavid, right circle. McDavid. Back to Bouchard. At the point. Bouchard to McDavid, right circle. Back to Bouchard. Doesn't take the shot. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. That deflects wide off of a leg. Puck back to McDavid to Bouchard. Oilers can't get a lane here. Nugent Hopkins walks in. Centers it out in front. Puck comes across to McDavid. He'll step into the middle. Leaves it for Bouchard at the point. Back to McDavid. McDavid across. Oh, he would have had Draisaitl open. Good stick by the Golden Knights. Here's Bouchard again for Edmonton. 18 seconds left on the power play. Here's McDavid. Back to Bouchard again. Bouchard shoots. Rebound in front. It's loose for a moment. Kept in by Bouchard. Bouchard keeps it alive. Leon Draisaitl. Right circle. Back to Bouchard. 3 seconds left on the power play. Connor McDavid walks in. Centers it. Stick in the lane. Can't get it to the net. Puck behind the Golden Knights net. Connor McDavid comes up with it. Adin Hill's lost his stick. Here's Draisaitl. Power play over. Draisaitl with a shot, and that goes off of Adin Hill's mask. And that's sent down the ice, not deep. And Evan Bouchard, he'll send the puck deep into the Golden Knights zone. Edmonton is offside. They're going to have to tag up. Puck is sent up the right side. Oilers looking to take advantage of maybe a couple tired Golden Knights. They backhand it down. That's going to be icing. No, Hyman, he beats it out. And Adam Henrique will come up with the puck. Keeps the puck alive to Zach Hyman. Hyman for Edmonton behind the Golden Knights net. The Oilers sensing some blood here. Puck comes to Klingberg with a shot. That goes off of a leg. He keeps it alive for a moment. But Vegas, they come up with it. Puck through the neutral zone. Puck bouncing. It'll come to the Golden Knights. Here's a centering pass. Doesn't make it to anybody. Darnell Nurse can't come up with it off of his leg. Puck sent to Skinner, and he's just going to hang on to that one. And that power play just, the power play just didn't get enough good looks there. Didn't like the look of the power play. Yeah. I mean, Edmonton had a couple shots, but what's up, Meatbag? Welcome back. You're enjoying the stream, by the way. Make sure to hit that like button. Can we hit 200? Can we hit 200 likes on the live stream? What are we at right now? What are we at? What are we sitting at, folks? We're sitting at 98 likes. Man, those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers up, right? I don't know, Shadow. I'm assuming something's going on with Dry where he can't quite get those one-timers, but we used to have the best power play ever. Used to have. I mean, they got one power play goal in this game. Would have liked a second one. What's up, Tutu? Who scored for Edmonton? Corey Perry has both goals. Also, welcome back, DV. Good to see you again. And for Vegas, you have goals by Nicholas Roy and Riley Smith. Yeah, that power play wasn't very good, hey? Power play was not very good. Yeah, I got you. Absolutely not, CNG. What the hell? Yo, Adonis, welcome back. How you doing? Glad the Cats got one game to make it a series. Absolutely, yeah. Florida, they did beat Toronto yesterday in overtime. Brad Marchand continues to haunt the Toronto Maple Leafs, this time from a different team that is not the Boston Bruins. Which positions would each be? Oh, I don't know, nerd. I'm going to have to think about that one. Offensive zone draw for Vegas. They win it. They're keeping the puck alive for now. Puck flipped around. Oh, man, that's shoved in by Hurdle. Puck sent to the blue line. Pietrangelo keeps it alive. Henrique and Trent Frederick combine to get the puck out of trouble. Dumped back in by the Golden Knights. This has been a defensive second period. Neither team getting a whole lot of chances. Here's Pietrangelo, just as I say that, looking for a lane. Can't find one. Plays it in the middle. Here's a shot. Save. Rebound. Oh, and a centering play. Wrap around, and what a save by Skinner. Wow, what a save by Stuart Skinner. Here's Olofsson. He'll play it to Hannafin. Hannafin against Brown. Down low. Brett Kulak will cut that off, and Kulak will just send that into the neutral zone. Oilers got to get a change. What a save by Stuart Skinner. My goodness gracious. The wraparound attempt by the Golden Knights, I thought that was a for sure goal. Crazy save. Here's Pietrangelo now. He'll send it back deep into the Oilers zone. Skinner out of his net. He'll leave that for Kulak or Wallman. Wallman off the boards. Puck bounces strangely, and they're going to call Arvidsson for being offside, and that's going to come all the way down into the Oilers zone. Bad news for Mark Stone. Is he hurt? I didn't see what happened to him. Hey, let's go, Rock the Red. Love that. Yeah, what a save by Stuart Skinner. He dives across to take that wraparound away from Hurdle. Goodness. And then he makes the original save off Olofsson, too. Big saves by Stuart Skinner. It's a tie game, and Stuart Skinner is a big reason why in this second period right now. So the Oilers, I'd like to see them get a late goal here and then put the pressure on in the third period. Defensive zone draw for Edmonton off the offside. Here's Wallman off the glass, down the ice. Theodore cuts it off. It's sent back to Braden McNabb. McNabb out there for Vegas. Up the left boards, dumped into the Oilers zone. Wallman on his backhand, trying to move it up. Hits the ref's skates. And the Oilers trying to come up with it. Comes to Matthias Janmark. Janmark can't get it out of the zone. Bad giveaway. Here come the Golden Knights, but nice job by Janmark. He pokes it forward. Here comes Draisaitl now. Leon Draisaitl against Theodore. Draisaitl spins off of a check. Centers it. Oh, he tries to find Janmark. That's a bad play by Draisaitl. Too many giveaways by Leon in this game. Darnell Nurse against Nicholas Roy does a good job cutting off his lane, but Vegas keeps it alive. Puck to Pietrangelo over his stick. And Vegas will just send it back hard around the boards. Golden Knights continuing to get their cycle game going. Riley Smith will find William Karlsson. Karlsson spins away from a check. Karlsson down low behind the Oilers' goal. Here's Smith with a shot that's blocked in front. Comes to Pietrangelo. Alex Pietrangelo plays it to Smith. Smith with a shot that's blocked by the Oilers. Victor Arvidsson can't get it out. Shot towards Stu behind the Oilers' goal. Centered it out in front. Pietrangelo. His shot goes off a leg and wide. Vegas with all this zone time. The Oilers' tired bodies on the ice. Off of the Draisaitl giveaway in the O-zone. Pietrangelo keeps the cycle going. Here's Karlsson. He sends it across. Pietrangelo. Tip play in front. Doesn't make it. That'll go down the ice, and the Oilers will hopefully get at least one forward change. Couple forwards going for a change. Oh, and now 2-on-1. Karlsson into the middle. Karlsson shoots and scores. The Golden Knights take advantage of the Oilers' poor line change, and the Vegas Golden Knights have a 3-2 lead late in the game. Bad change by the Oilers. It's a long change. It's unacceptable. You had to stay back. But Draisaitl, all that happened because of Draisaitl's offensive zone draw. The Oilers had too many guys who went for the change, and the puck came back to William Karlsson, and he one times it passed Stuart Skinner through his glove, and Vegas have come all the way back. It was 2-0 Edmonton, and now it is 3-2 Vegas. Oh, boy. Let's see if Edmonton can respond here, but that's just unacceptable play by Edmonton. They're not managing the puck at all, the Oilers. Draisaitl had the bad offensive zone giveaway. Vegas, they were able to work the cycle for almost a minute, and then 3 forwards went for the change, and Edmonton just couldn't get back in time. And brutal. 2:49 to play here in the second. The Oilers just can't play with a lead, right? Just can't play with a lead. You just got to always have to make things difficult for yourself. Here's Brett Kulak for Edmonton. He'll dump it hard around McNabb against McDavid. Comes to Nugent Hopkins. Bouchard across to Kulak. Kulak looking for a tip towards the goal. That goes wide. Nugent Hopkins now against Kolasar, trying to come up with the puck. Kolasar holding the puck along the boards. McDavid can't come up with it. Puck comes to Bouchard at the point. Connor McDavid. He'll send it deep. Brett Kulak keeps the puck alive towards the goal. It's in the crease area. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. McDavid can't grab it. Kept alive by Bouchard, but Vegas will clear. Here come the Golden Knights. Jack Eichel now across. Oh, and here's a play. It's through the middle of the ice. Oh, my goodness. Howden had a lane, and he couldn't get a shot off. Here's Evan Bouchard for Edmonton. He'll play it up to Connor McDavid. Nugent Hopkins in the middle. Drops to Hyman. Hyman cuts into the middle towards the net. Puck bouncing. McDavid now. Adin Hill loses his helmet, and there's a penalty coming against the Oilers. It's going to be goalie interference. Edmonton is going to take a penalty, I believe. Adin Hill was bumped into. Cringe. Who did that? Who skated into Hill? Who did that? Was that Hyman? Hyman, he skates through. He's trying to... he got tangled up, and yeah, it is... yeah, Hyman, that's bad. That's bad. That's bad. I don't know. I know Hyman got spun around, but, that's way too much contact. That's too much contact. Not good things, Brandel. Not good things. Also, how you doing? Power play for the Golden Knights. Oh boy, Vegas can really put the pressure on Edmonton here with a power play goal. Here's Nurse. He'll send it back to Brett Kulak. Kulak with a high flip all the way down the ice, and Edmonton will get the change. Maybe Edmonton gets a shorty, Maybe they get lucky and they get a shorty here. Here's Theodore, pressured by Brown. Spins away from trouble, finds Jack Eichel. Eichel walks through into the Oilers zone. Sent in deep by Olofsson. Nurse with a hard rim around the boards, and that's going to be sent all the way down the ice against the Golden Knights. Here's Theodore. He'll find Jack Eichel. Eichel to Nicholas Roy. Puck comes to the blue line. Here's Theodore. He'll send it across. Puck comes to Jack Eichel now. Eichel into the middle. That's picked off by Connor Brown. One-on-one. Looks like Janmark's going to jump up here. Janmark into the middle. Tries to get a play, and puck's knocked off his stick, and Vegas will bring it up. Here's Raw, tries to find Eichel. He's knocked down by Evan Bouchard. Nice play by Bouchard. Good physical play, but Bouchard can't clear it, and Vegas keeps the puck alive. How did Eichel keep that in? Puck comes to McDavid. McDavid's going to skate it through. Here comes McDavid with speed. Here comes McDavid, shorthanded. Walks into the Vegas zone. He'll just play it around deep, and that'll force Riley Smith to hold on to it. Oh, and Smith almost loses it to McDavid once again. Here's Shea Theodore for the Golden Knights. He'll dump it hard around. Skinner can't stop it up. Play comes to the Golden Knights. They're trying to keep it alive. Edmonton, though, they'll get it up the boards, and it will come out. Here's McDavid, shorthanded, 2-on-1 with Podkolzin. McDavid on his backhand, trying to send it across to Podkolzin, and he's checked off the puck. They can't get a shot off. Podkolzin trying to shove a few players off of him. And here's a shot by Kulak. Oh, and a bouncer onto Adin Hill. Oh, my. I would like McDavid to shoot there. I know what he's trying to do. I know he's trying to wait for Podkolzin to get into a scoring area. I need him. I need him to shoot that puck. McDavid had a glorious opportunity. 2 rushes up the ice. First one, it was poked off of his stick. But the second one, he's coming up. And yeah, I mean, nice job by Hanifin. And then McDavid tries to send it across. McDavid's just got to shoot, right? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Not a good time here. Down, heading to the third, just like in game 1. Let's see what happens. Do the boys rally? Can Edmonton rally, or is this one going to be one of those games where they can't find any more offense? I'm ready to crash out. Not good, folks. Not good. I mean, how much better does Edmonton have to play, really? If we take a look at Money Puck, the Oilers have had the better looks. Now, Vegas has obviously had, like, you don't want to give up that many looks inside, right? But the deserve to win meter, it's in Edmonton's favor. If we scroll down here, the expected goals in all situations are in the Oilers' favor. But Stuart Skinner, negative 1.23 goals save above expected is not going to instill much confidence. If we take a look at who is at the bottom of the expected goals today for Edmonton, Brown, Frederick, and Henrique have done nothing for the team tonight. Kane and Nugent-Hopkins, I think the eye test shows that they've also been the better players. If we take a look at Adin Hill, he's 0.15 goals save above expected. Good for Adin Hill. And if we take a look at Stuart Skinner, look at that, negative 1.23 goals save above expected. And of course, if we take a look at the actual stats, not the advanced metrics, we'll head to the game center. Here we go. Vegas will have 6 seconds of power play to start the third. Shots were 7-7 in that second period, so not many looks for either team. But if we take a look here at the box score, take a look at the box score here. Now, Janmark's dinged for a -2, but I'm pretty sure on both of those goals, Draisaitl was going for a change. Leon has had some bad giveaways tonight, right? Bad giveaways. If we take a look at the giveaways, the Oilers have 15 giveaways. 15! The Vegas is 9, and then takeaways 4-3. Hits 31-20 in favor of Vegas. Shots 16-13 in favor of the Golden Knights. Look at Stuart Skinner, that .813 save percentage, folks. Oh my goodness gracious, Stuart Skinner, what are we doing here? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But this team has been behind heading to the third period before. Game 1 against Vegas, they were down a goal. They managed to rally and come back and win. Can they do it tonight? I certainly hope so, because they do have to be better. I think that's why they're playing him with McDavid, Austin. I think that's why they're playing him with McDavid. But they had him out there with Janmark and Arvidsson, I think, and that's when he gave that puck up in the offensive zone. But if we take a look at Karlsson's goal, look at this change from Edmonton. Watch this. Now, Arvidsson can get the change, right? Puck comes to the neutral zone. Arvidsson, that's fine. Arvidsson's got to go. But Leon here, he's too far. He's too slow. Should not commit to the change. And then Jake Wallman as well. Jake Wallman's also trying to get off the ice. One of these two has to stay back. One of these two has to stay back. In my personal opinion, 3 of them go for the change. Puck comes back in by Karlsson. He centers it to Hanifin, and then Hanifin with a nice give and go. But look at the angle. Look at the angle that Karlsson shoots this. You would like Stuart Skinner to make the save. I'm not fully blaming him on that, because obviously it is a defensive breakdown and Vegas had a good look. But you want a save there, right? Calvin Pickard can make saves on breakaways, and he can make saves on 2-on-1s. I think Stu needs to make the save there, in my personal opinion, right? You need to make the save. Just plain and simple. There's not much of an angle there for Karlsson, in my personal opinion. As long as Skinner's playing big, that should just hit him, but he's slow to react. He's assuming Hanifin's going to shoot, and you have to obviously, respect the shot that could come from Hanifin. But there's bodies in front. It's just a late reaction by Stu, and it goes under his arm. And yeah, Draisaitl's obviously not 100% right now. And yeah, McDavid's got to shoot. I agree, Zach. I agree. But the Oilers have also sort of done this to themselves, right? You're up 2-0, and Vegas scores 2 quick ones in the first period to tie it. It's unacceptable. You have a power play to go up 3-2 in the second. You don't do it. And then Vegas, they come up and score. Like, Austin, got my 7-year-old great nephew with me tonight. Think he'll like the original Mighty Ducks movie. I can't imagine why he wouldn't like the original Mighty Ducks movie. It's an absolute classic. Stone left the game. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. Let's see if there's a report on him. Mark Stone. What is the report on Mark Stone? He's out the rest of game 3 with an upper body injury. This was the last shift he took before or during the first period. Interesting. He reached for the puck. He falls. Bit of a bump there. I don't know who hit him on Edmonton. Corey Perry. That's a weird one. He was probably hurt before, but that's an interesting one. What does Twitter think? What does Twitter think of Stuart Skinner tonight? DJ Bean says this has been Vegas' version of Edmonton's game 1, their best game of the series. I respect the penalty kill being anything but that pass to Draisaitl. I say comeback loading, but I respect what Vegas is doing. You know what? I'm going to like that. I'm going to like that. Do I think Edmonton will win? Yes, I do, actually. I think Edmonton's got this. I think the Oilers are so used to coming back. I think that they're comfortable in this position, actually. I think Vegas is in a bad spot heading to the third. Heard from all the diving. Oh, no. I think the Oilers are skating hard. It's just one of those games where both teams have really dug in when it comes to defense, neutral zone coverage. What do you think the chances are that Edmonton wins this one? I'm going to say like 65%. It's over 50%, probably under 80%. Mochi. Hi, Moch. Come here. You think Mochi will come say hi? Come here, Moch. Mochi. I do have to give her dinner, so. Come say hi to everybody, Mochi. Here, I'm going to let Mochi say hi, and then I'm going to get her dinner and take my 5-minute break, all right? Everyone say hi to Mochi. What a cutie, hey? Put Mochi in net. Yeah, exactly. Nah, no. Mochi's a sweetheart. She's amazing. All right, I'm going to go feed Mochi dinner. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. Yo, bro, Max, hold on, bro. You're in timeout for 10 minutes. You do not talk like that about my kitties. No, it's just an orange collar. Like there's like orange slices on it, and it's like a bow tie. Absolute cinema. We're doomed now. We're not doomed. We're not doomed. Yeah, Mochi's cute. Mochi's a cutie. We love Mochi. If anyone talks negatively about Mochi, you just get a 10-minute timeout. Bro Max got the first one. Hopefully nobody else talks negatively about the sweetheart Mochi. All right. But 5-minute break. Enjoy chair, everybody. But I will be watching chat to make sure none of you get too unhinged. And then we'll be back for the third period. Big comeback in the third. Let's do it. All right, folks. All right, folks. Stuart Skinner prayer circle, right? We either rally and we win this thing, or I eat this card if Edmonton loses. I will eat it in the postgame fan reaction if Edmonton loses. That's how confident I am that the team is going to win. If they lose, I will eat this card. Edmonton's going to win. Edmonton's going to win. Calling it right now. Rallying for Stu. They're going to win. If Edmonton loses, I'm eating this card in the postgame fan reaction. Now, I can't actually eat it and swallow it. I won't actually do that, but I will chew the crap out of it. I won't swallow it, though. And McDavid's got to shoot. McDavid's got to shoot. We need more from McDavid, in my opinion. I do want to see you eat this card. I mean, maybe I won't actually eat it. I'll probably bite it and stuff, but I will I don't know. I will do not nice things to this card. It's a nice card, right? I don't want to destroy this. I'm putting Draisaitl back in front of him. I've had Draisaitl in front of Stu throughout the playoffs. We're going to put him back in front. I don't make bets, Brian. I don't bet money. All right. Here we go. Third period, folks. Third period. Hiding chat. And Vegas's power play comes to an end. They are 0 for 2. Hi, Kitty. How you doing, bud? Coming to say hi? I have Kitty on my desk right now. Hi, buddy. Stuart Skinner out of his crease. Plays the puck up the boards. Edmonton trying to come up with it. McDavid can't grab it. Comes to the blue line on his backhand. He'll play it forward. And Zach Hyman. Well, McDavid, Nuge, and Hyman are back together. So they have split Draisaitl and Connor McDavid. Maybe Draisaitl's getting benched for being a bad boy in that second period. Here's McDavid. He'll dump it deep. Zach Hyman for Edmonton. Around the boards. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Puck comes in the middle of the ice to Jack Eichel. Vegas is playing without Mark Stone. Left the game in the first period. Did not return and will not return. Here's Darnell Nurse. Along the boards. Plays it in front to Brett Kulak. Kulak will skate it through the middle. Across the ice. That goes off of Evander Kane's leg. You have Kane with Draisaitl and Perry. So Chris Knobloch, he's got the line blender out. Uh-oh, Chris Knobloch. Oh, nice hit by Wallman. And here's Bouchard. Hard up the boards, kept in by Hannafin. Puck comes back to Wallman. Wallman on his forehand, leaves it for Evander Kane. Kane trying to get it out. Draisaitl, he was flying the zone, couldn't come up with it. Here's Wallman now for Edmonton. He plays it up and again out of the reach of Draisaitl, who just looks really off right now. He just does not look like he is. I don't know what's going on with Draisaitl. He does not look like he's sharp right now. I think so, Chaos Potato. I think Edmonton wins. Yo, excuse me? Excuse me, Bro Max? That's going to be a 30-minute ban, Bro Max. You do not get to talk about Mochi like that. Face-off, won by Vegas. They'll send it into the Oilers zone. 18 minutes left in the third. Edmonton's got to get going. They are behind by a goal. We've seen this story before with Edmonton. Every win in the postseason has been a comeback win. Do they have another one in them? Adam Henrique can't come up with possession. Vegas moves it up. Here come the Golden Knights now. Here's Hurdle to Dorofeyev. He can't get it to the net. Puck goes behind the Oilers' goal. Here's Hurdle. They center it out in front. Comes to the blue line. Vegas working the cycle. Here's a play across. Oh, man. And Dorofeyev couldn't come up with it. Shot. That's stopped by Stuart Skinner. And Adam Henrique now along the boards. Can't find his winger. And Vegas continues to put pressure on. Here come the Golden Knights. Stopped by Stuart Skinner. Reactionary save. And Edmonton trying to get it out of trouble. Here's Connor Brown for the Oilers. He'll dump it in deep into the Vegas zone. Brown chases after it against White Cloud. Puck bounces around. Picked up by Podkolzin. Evan Bouchard walks in, shoots. That's stopped by Aiden Hill. That was a good shot by Bouchard as he tries to put one under the bar. And here, look at Janmark. He's pressuring, turnover, and Podkolzin can't come up with it. Vegas, they're kind of fooling around with the puck here, but here's Kolesar now. Kolesar checked off the puck. They keep it in, though. Kolesar checked by Podkolzin. Kulak gets the check once again. Kolesar on his backhand. Picked up by Podkolzin, and Janmark will play it to Arvidsson. Arvidsson with speed across the ice to Podkolzin. Podkolzin rims it around deep. Arvidsson along the near half wall. Can't keep the play alive. Vegas will send it to center. And here's Barbashev. Backhander into the far corner in the Oilers zone. Here's Jake Wallman for Edmonton. To John Klingberg. Klingberg. He'll try and find McDavid in the middle. And, well, how is that icing? How is that icing? McDavid was clearly there. What the hell was that? That was obviously not icing. McDavid clearly won the race for that puck, but the linesman went, you know what? No, absolutely not. We're going to tie it. It'll be Perry, says Gold. I hope so. All right, so face off at center. Linesman decided they made a mistake. Puck comes to Wallman. Deflected in deep by Nugent-Hopkins. Zach Hyman will chase after it. Hill out of his net. He finds Hanifin. Hanifin around the boards. Trying to get the puck up the ice. Checked by Nugent-Hopkins. But Riley Smith has possession. Smith dumps it in deep. Jake Wallman off of his foot. Sends it back to Klingberg. Klingberg will play it to Nugent-Hopkins. Nugent-Hopkins with a high flip deep into the Vegas zone again. Zach Hyman will chase after it. He throws a hit into the boards. McDavid keeps the puck alive. Hyman around to Brett Kulak. He protects. Kulak to Hyman. Hyman looking to center it. Plays it back to the blue line. Here's Nurse. Oh, man. Nurse flubbed it out of the line, and Vegas will get a zone clear. Here comes Jack Eichel looking to take advantage. Here's Eichel. He's checked by Nurse. Eichel spins towards the goal. Puck bounces around in front, but not towards Stuart Skinner. The Golden Knights with possession. Kolesar across the ice, off of the stick of Corey Perry, and it comes out of trouble for Edmonton. Golden Knights trying to take advantage of a change by Edmonton. Kolesar spins away from Kulak. Evan Bouchard for the Oilers. On his backhand, he can't get it up the wall, and Vegas keeps the play alive. Here come the Golden Knights. They'll send it in front. William Karlsson. He protects. William Karlsson, he falls now. Corey Perry can't come up with it. Puck off of Evan Bouchard's foot. Oilers unable to come up with possession. They only have 14 shots on goal this entire game. Here's McNabb across to Theodore with a shot, and that goes wide. Oilers unable to get possession. Here's Kolesar for the Golden Knights, taking advantage of Edmonton's struggles here. Kolesar into the middle, checked off the puck by Perry. And now Evander Kane will carry it through the neutral zone. He's checked off the puck. Brought in by the Golden Knights to their own zone. They're going to reset. High flip down the ice, and the Oilers with possession. Here's Wallman. Up the right boards. Draisaitl can't get the puck in deep. Kept in by Connor Brown, though. Brown puts pressure on the Golden Knights defenders, and Dorofeev gets it to the neutral zone. Klingberg walks it in. Here comes Klingberg. He'll drop for Brown. Brown towards the net. That goes way wide off of a skate. And Vegas can't come up with possession. Connor Brown reverses, plays it back to Jake Wallman. Wallman towards the goal. Puck bouncing, and it flies into the far corner. This line for Edmonton with pressure. Here's Henrique, tries to center it in front. Puck kept alive by the Oilers. Connor Brown putting pressure. And here comes Edmonton. Oh, and that puck just missed Vegas napping. And another icing call against Edmonton where it looked close. It looked close. I don't know. We'll see if Vegas hangs on here, J-Dog. Lots of time in this one. That's true, Liz. All right, defensive zone face-off. Edmonton's got to win this one. Adam Henrique's going to take it. Oilers tired. Vegas trying to take advantage of a tired group. Puck one to Wallman. Wallman across. He'll find Klingberg. Klingberg up the boards, off of a couple skates. Aiden Hill, he's going to leave that and send it up the right side to Smith. He loses it. Nugent Hopkins. He'll dump it in deep in the Vegas zone. Oilers resorting to dump and chase right now. They're not much of a dump and chase team, but they are trying. Here's Nugent Hopkins towards the Vegas net. Doesn't make it to Aiden Hill. Pietrangelo knocked it down. Puck sent down the ice for Vegas. Not icing. Darnell Nurse will retrieve. Nurse up the ice. Oh my God. Darnell Nurse sent that down the ice. It deflected off something. I thought that was icing. And the Golden Knights, they are just going to play keep away with this puck. Evan Bouchard to Connor McDavid. McDavid in the middle. Puck comes to Nugent Hopkins, and he can't find McDavid in transition. Vegas doing a good job with sticks in lanes. Here come the Oilers. McDavid with a shot, and Aiden Hill, he's just going to slurp that one up in his glove. And, Vegas, they're playing that style of hockey that wins you games. They are just lulling the Oilers into mistakes and keeping everything way to the outside. The Oilers haven't been able to get anything going here. You about to be 0-2. Well, it'd be 0-3 technically. He lost game 1. He was the one that got the decision in game 2. So yeah, he would be 0-3, yeah. I'm with you, Gordon. You're on home ice. You had a 2-0 lead. This would be considered a blown opportunity if they do not find a way to win this one. Oh, yeah, she wants a public vote. All right, here's the public poll. Anything above 50%, obviously vote yes. Get her to do her homework. You know what, Breaking Brad? Let's flip the script. Let's say they do it. Ban all who say no. I don't even know who says no. I don't know, Robert. I don't know what it is. It's a mental thing. The way they play in front of Stu is completely different than the way they play in front of Pickard. Some of it's confidence. Some of it is just overthinking, and I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Nope, you don't get to talk about Mochi like that, Cowtown. You don't get to talk about Mochi like that. Kirsten, what kind of question is that? Nah, I'm putting you in a timeout just because. Like, what on earth is that? What is the chat tonight? Y'all are unhinged, bro. Chat is unhinged tonight. All right, puck sent down on Stuart Skinner. Here's Brett Kulak for the Oilers. He'll find McDavid, middle of the ice with speed. McDavid tries to send it across. Eichel blocks it. McDavid finds Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins spins away from trouble. Behind the net, Zach Hyman. He'll play it back to the point. Here's Kulak for Edmonton towards the goal. Bounces around, doesn't make it to the goal. Man, I thought that was in for a second. McDavid tries to find Nugent Hopkins, pokes it forward. Zach Hyman can't come up with it. And here come the Golden Knights. Bouchard puts pressure, tried to grab the puck. And here's Bouchard, plays it to Kulak. Kulak brings the puck into the Vegas zone. He's hit off the puck. Edmonton trying to establish a forecheck, trying to get pressure against the Golden Knights. But Vegas doing a good job managing the puck. Bouchard up the middle. Deflected in momentarily by Hyman, but not deep. Puck picked up by Smith off of a leg of Draisaitl. Evander Kane can't come up with it. Here's William Karlsson now. He's checked off the puck. McNabb sends it across to Theodore. Theodore up the right side, dumped in deep on Stuart Skinner. He hangs on to it, passes it to Nurse. Stuart Skinner's always scary when he plays it. Here's Klingberg up the ice, can't find Draisaitl, deflected in though, no icing. Draisaitl can't come up with the puck on his backhand. William Karlsson will come up with it. Here's Karlsson through the middle of the ice to Olofsson, and Olofsson, they're just going to send it in deep. Vegas is just doing that thing where they prevent the Oilers from getting any offensive zone time, and they just send the puck in deep and force them to reset. every 30 seconds. Puck sent in deep into the Vegas zone and then all the way back out to neutral. Vegas defending the lead. Well, they've done it all season long. Here's Bouchard. Down low to Wallman. Wallman around the boards. Here's Evan Bouchard for the Oilers. He's going to find Frederick. He's trying to find Arvidsson. Or Podkolzin tried to find Arvidsson. Couldn't. Here's Hurdle for Vegas now. Hurdle down low to the blue line. Nicholas Haig's shot goes high and out of play. Oilers got to get through it. They got to get through it. All right, I'm going to end the poll. I think we have enough votes to know that Erica has to do her homework. Oilers with only 2 shots in the third so far. Vegas doing a good job limiting chances. You got this, Erica. You got this. Defensive zone face-off. Oilers in their own zone. Henrique's got to get the win here. Got to get the win. Puck won by the Golden Knights. Puck towards the Oilers' goal. Doesn't make it. Here are the Golden Knights. They're cycling. Tanner Pearson on his forehand towards Stu. Doesn't make it. Blocked by Kulak. And he can't get it out. And Vegas keeps it in. Here's Hannafin. Down low. Kulak cuts off the cycle. Henrique trying to move it up the boards. It'll come to Darnell Nurse with speed. Here comes Nurse to Connor Brown. Brown, he'll send it behind the net. Aiden Hill out of his crease to play it. Hill under pressure. Adam Henrique keeps the puck alive, but nobody for Edmonton in there to come up with it. Vegas through the neutral zone. Nice job by Darnell Nurse. He sends it up the middle, but that's picked off by Hannafin. Kolasar for the Golden Knights. Behind the Oilers' goal. The crowd trying to get the team back into it. Here's Kulak. Holding on to the puck. Kulak looking to make a pass. Trying to stretch out the neutral zone. Picked off by the Golden Knights. 2-on-2. Here's Eichel. On his backhand. He's pushed off the puck by Bouchard. Sends it back to McNabb. And Zach Hyman's going to chase after it. Hyman against Theodore. Theodore, he comes up with it. And Hyman did a good job to put pressure, though. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins with a shot. That doesn't make it to the net. And the Oilers just can't seem to get anything towards the goal. They can't hold on to possession. They cannot attack off the rush. The Oilers are struggling right now. Struggling. Yo, David, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate that. Just saw that. Here's Leon Draisaitl now. He'll walk in the Vegas zone. Checked off the puck. Sent back into the neutral zone. Darnell Nurse will play it to Klingberg. Klingberg holds on to it. The Oilers only have 2 shots this period. They got to get going. Less than half a period to play. Klingberg to Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the middle. Here's Arvidsson trying to make a shot, and he's checked off the puck. Klingberg keeps it alive. Puck down low. Oilers fighting for it. They can't come up with it, and it's sent back to center. Victor Arvidsson tried to cut it in the middle. He was checked off the puck, and he couldn't get a shot off. Here's Klingberg for Edmonton. Through the middle of the ice. That's picked off, and a 2-on-1 for the Golden Knights. Here comes Vegas. In front, and Stuart Skinner with a huge save. Wow. Where was that earlier, man? Stu is giving the Oilers a chance in the third to at least tie it. But what was that giveaway? What was that 2-on-1? Goodness gracious. Great save by Stuart Skinner. It was almost too many men on the ice against Vegas, but they did a good job. Puck comes out in front, and what a save by Skinner on Nicholas Roy, who has already scored for the Golden Knights. Oh, that's true, Robert. 100%. The Oilers showed up for about 10 minutes in the first period and then decided, you know what? We don't got to play hockey anymore. Unacceptable, especially on home ice. And the third period, Chris Knobloch has changed all the lines. He's completely gone away what has worked in the past for his team. But the Oilers only need one. You only need one. They were down 3-1 to the Kings in Game 4. Right? And they found a way to come back, tie the game, and win in overtime. You only need one here in the third. And then maybe you find a way in overtime. All I ask is for one here. Tie this thing up. I agree, Gordon. I mean, if Pickard's able to go, he's the guy you got to keep playing. Oh, Duster. I mean, to be fair, Vegas has sucked the life out of this crowd. The Oilers have had nothing going since the first period. You got to give credit to Vegas, too. They're playing a good defensive game. They are not allowing Edmonton any looks right now. Really good sticks. Can I crash out now? I mean, hey, if you want to, absolutely. Stu comes back and the depth scoring evaporates, right? But where's McDavid and Draisaitl? Corey Perry has both of our goals. You can't rely on your 39-year-old to have all the goals for your team. All right, here's the face-off. Kulak sends it around the boards. Kept in by Vegas. Again, the Oilers. Oh, what a giveaway. Here's a shot and a save by Stuart Skinner off of his pad. Here's Nicholas Roy. The Oilers, just the amount of giveaways in this game, it's not good, man. It's awful. Oh, no, Janmark, Henrique, and Brown are back together. Oh, this line is terrible together. In Vegas, they're cycling around. Backhand on Stu. Puck is loose. He had no idea where the puck was. And another save by Skinner. What is Knobloch doing? What is Knobloch doing? Oh, this is horrible. Some of this is on the coach, too. Janmark, Henrique, and Brown have been reunited. A line that has had horrible metrics, horrible goals, 4 goals against all season long. I am not sure what Chris Knobloch is doing here. He's trying to big brain this one, and it's not working. My God. Stuart Skinner had to make a couple saves there. You have Draisaitl out for Edmonton to take the faceoff against Jack Eichel. Here's Draisaitl for the Oilers. He'll lose the draw. Vegas down low. Bouchard can't come up with it. Centering pass knocked off by McDavid. Wallman. He'll find Leon. And here come the Oilers. Leon Draisaitl. He'll find Bouchard in the middle. Bouchard waiting for a play. Centers it. Can't find Hyman. And Vegas has a potential 2-on-1 here. Zach Hyman can't get Eichel off the puck. Shot towards Skinner, and that's stopped by Stu. And here's Draisaitl now. He's going to try and find Zach Hyman with speed. Zach Hyman off of his stick. Hyman hit hard, comes to Bouchard. He'll play it all the way across to McDavid. McDavid's going to walk in. Across to Draisaitl. He hits the outside of the net. He had an open net. Leon missed. Oh, my God. Leon, how? Now, it's a tough pass, tough angle, but Leon Draisaitl hit the outside of the net. That was the look, man. McDavid with the pass. Draisaitl. Oh, my God. Draisaitl just had to hit the open net, man. The Minnesota Frost are my favorite PWHL team. Gold. That was a good look for Leon, but he hits the outside of the netting. Oh, my goodness. The Oilers have only had 2 shots in the third period. There's 6:55 to play. Here's Nugent Hopkins with Evander Kane and Corey Perry, it looks like. Here's McNabb for the Golden Knights. He fans on a pass, but he'll come back up with it down the ice and not icing. They're going to say no icing. Here's Brett Kulak for the Oilers. 6:40 to play. Kulak up the ice. Oh, and now Edmonton's going to ice it. Great job. Great job, everybody. Edmonton just doesn't want this one, I guess. Holy shit. This team just doesn't want it. You're on home ice, a chance to put Vegas on the brink, and they just don't want it. I am challenging the Oilers right now to do something, anything. I am going to crash out here. Defensive zone face-off. Nugent Hopkins is going to take it. He wins it. Brett Kulak for the Oilers. He'll flip it up the ice. Kept alive by the Golden Knights. They'll send it down, and that's going to be icing on Vegas now. This is just I mean, this is ugly hockey. Vegas is playing some ugly hockey right now. Like, ugly, boring, defensive hockey. Oilers are going to get their top line out. Hyman with Draisaitl and McDavid. 6:28 to play. They need something. Anything. One goal. A shot on net. I don't care. Do something on offense. Draisaitl wins it to Kulak. Across to Bouchard. Bouchard will play it to McDavid. Right circle. He'll spin off a check by Roy. McDavid to Draisaitl. In front of McDavid, and that's stopped by Adin Hill. Hyman down low. Puck comes to Draisaitl. Draisaitl's checked by Hanifin. Draisaitl still with it. He tries to center it to McDavid. That's picked off by the Golden Knights, and they're going to clear it out of the zone. Puck is going to be sent up, out of the reach of Hyman. Vegas, once again, back to the neutral zone. Bouchard will reset. Here's Brett Kulak. He'll give it to Connor McDavid. Less than 6 minutes to play, and oh my God, I don't know what that pass was, but the Golden Knights with possession, off of a leg. And it's just going to be sent in deep by Vegas. It'll come to Brett Kulak. Puck across. Here's Corey Perry. Perry skates through some traffic. Around the boards to Draisaitl. He stays on the ice. Double shift for Draisaitl. And, I mean, Vegas just plays it in. I don't know. Here's a play through the middle of the ice. Here comes Nugent Hopkins. He'll flip it in deep. Corey Perry will chase after it against Theodore. Around the boards, kept alive by Evander Kane. In his feet. Corey Perry trying to come up with it. Puck along the half wall. Nugent Hopkins, well, he's looking for Corey Perry, but he can't come up with it. Darnell Nurse is going to be chased, and a puck comes to the middle of the ice. Here's Pearson. He's hit hard by Wallman. And Evander Kane can't come up with the puck. Oilers, once again, forced to make a change. Puck is sent in deep. Oilers have 3 shots in the third period, by the way, down a goal. That's how awful this third period has been. Adam Henrique trying to come up with it. Puck along the boards. And Connor Brown out there as well with Trent Frederick. And there's a battle along the boards, and an Oiler was down. The puck was down under an Oiler, and they are going to blow that down. Holy smokes, man. This is an awful game. This is Edmonton's potentially worst game of the postseason. This is probably Vegas's best in terms of their defensive coverage. But man, oh man. This team is just, they shoot them. I mean, the Oilers beat themselves, right? Yeah, exactly. Keep it simple. Pucks on net. 3 shots in the third period when you're down a goal. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Brutal, man. Brutal. This has been a brutal third period. A brutal effort from an Oilers team that should be much better than this. I mean, you didn't get lit up, J-Dog, but the Oilers gave up 3 chances and all 3 of them went in. It probably was, Brandel. It probably was. It's not over yet. Got to tie this thing up. Let's tie this thing up. There's still time. If we take a look at the expected stats, the Oilers are still leading in expected goals in this game. So I'm absolutely blaming Stu, honestly. But I am blaming Knobloch as well. The line changes in this third period were questionable at best. You can tell that I've resigned myself to a loss because look how low my heart rate is. I'm not even like amped up because of just how awful this third period has been. Puck sent down the ice. Nugent Hopkins. He's chased by Thomas Hertl. Here's Klingberg. He'll leave that for Kane. Kane Up the ice. He'll find, Arvidsson falls. How did Arvidsson fall? Nobody even pushed him. What the hell is this? Vegas keeps the play alive. Shot towards the goal. That goes wide. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Here's Nugent Hopkins on his forehand. Finds Evander Kane. Up the middle of the ice. And Victor Arvidsson will chase after it. Here's Arvidsson. He'll reverse it along the wall. Centered out in front. Edmonton looking to come up with the puck. And here come the Golden Knights. Here's Barbashev. One-on-one against Klingberg. Barbashev checked off the puck. Here's Evander Kane. Leaves it for Klingberg. 3:40 to play. Oilers with their top line out. Here comes McDavid for the Oilers. 3:35 to play. Here comes McDavid now. Walks into the Vegas zone to Draisaitl. Backhander towards the goal goes wide. Puck to the point. One-timer. That stopped. McDavid with a rebound. Oh, what a save by Adin Hill. What a save. Are you absolutely kidding me? Are you kidding me with that save? That's unbelievable. How did he save that? Draisaitl backhander went wide. Wallman with the one-timer. Puck comes out in front of McDavid. He's stopped in tight, and Adin Hill can make a save. Jesus Christ, what a save by Adin Hill. Wow. Here's Draisaitl. He'll take the face-off. Wins it back to Wallman. He'll leave it for McDavid. Shoots towards the net. That's stopped by Adin Hill once again with 3:13 to play. Oh, boy. McDavid got a shot off on that face-off, and yeah, Adin Hill, he reaches out and catches it. 3:13 to play. Top line out for Edmonton. They're starting to push now. It's like they realize they're down a goal with 3 minutes left. Key face-off. Edmonton wins it. Here's McDavid. Plays it back to Bouchard. Bouchard, down low to McDavid. McDavid spins away from traffic. He'll play it in front. Score! It banks off of something and goes in. Connor McDavid! Let's go! It's a tie game with 3 minutes to play. I don't know what that hit in front. McDavid tried to center it, and it's in the net. They don't ask how. They only ask how many. And McDavid ties it up for Edmonton. Puck won by the Oilers. It comes into the corner. Back to Bouchard. Bouchard plays it down low. McDavid tries to center it. And that goes off of McNabb's skate. Braden McNabb's skate. McDavid tried to center it across the ice to the back door, and it goes off of Braden McNabb's skate. And the Oilers have tied this game after looking like they had nothing. And this crowd is going nuts. Here come the Oilers now. Connor Brown, he's going to send that in deep. Behind the Golden Knights net, Alex Pietrangelo. Along the boards, sent down the ice. That's icing on Vegas. And the Oilers can get another offensive zone face-off. 2:46 to play. Wow. Oh, this crowd is going crazy. Let's go, boys. The never say die Edmonton Oilers. They keep finding a way. It doesn't matter what time is left. It doesn't matter what the score is. They keep pushing. Leon Draisaitl will take the offensive zone draw against William Karlsson. 2:46 to play. You can feel the energy. You can feel the momentum. Draisaitl off the draw loses it. Pietrangelo bobbles. Along the boards, Draisaitl keeps it alive. Draisaitl to McDavid. Back to the point. Here's Bouchard to McDavid. Down low to Draisaitl. Oilers top line cycling. Hyman can't come up with it. Here's Vegas now. They're just going to send it to the neutral zone. Wallman to Bouchard. And he'll hang on to it. Looking for a reset. Bouchard up the middle. That's picked off by the Golden Knights. Karlsson will dump it in deep. Jake Wallman pressured by Smith. Wallman with a high flip to the neutral zone. Puck bouncing around. Oilers will go for a change. Oh, picked off by McDavid. Here comes McDavid. Walks in. He tries to cut into the middle. And his stick is broken. McDavid's stick, I don't know what happened there. Puck to the blue line. Here's Nurse. Deflected in front by Hyman, and that goes wide, and it goes out of play. I don't know what happened there. I saw a stick explode. I thought it was McDavid's, but I think he came down and broke someone else's stick. I don't know what that was. That's a lucky goal for the Oilers that tied the game. McDavid tried to center it and off of McNabb's leg, and oh boy, we have a 3-3 game with 1:22 to play. And McDavid's smiling. He knows that's a lucky goal, but you got to be good to be lucky, lucky to be good. 1:54 to play here in the period. Oilers with the offensive zone draw. Evander Kane will step in. He's out there with Victor Arvidsson, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Darnell Nurse, and Brett Kulak, it looks like, on defense. Kane loses the faceoff. Here's Theodore. Puck almost stolen by Nugent-Hopkins. Here come the Golden Knights. Checked at the neutral zone. Sent up the middle. Vegas. Dorofeev sends it in deep. Puck behind the Oilers zone. Oh my goodness. Brett Kulak was hauled down. No call there. Here's Evander Kane for Edmonton. He protects. It comes to the blue line. Puck across the ice. Here's Theodore with a shot, and that goes wide. Vegas with some pressure here. Gotta get it clear. Here's Eichel, centers it. Here's Theodore with a shot. And what a block by Victor Arvidsson with 1:19 to play. Good job by Arvidsson. Great block. That's a huge block. That's fair, DVA. We're fans, right? We're the team's biggest critics and the team's biggest supporters. What a block by Arvidsson. Just over a minute left. 1:19 to go. There's a defensive zone faceoff in the Oilers zone. They're going to need a faceoff win here. Adam Henrique out for the Oilers. He's out there with Trent Frederick and Connor Brown. Henrique for Edmonton. Off the dot. Got to win when he does. Jake Wallman for the Oilers. He'll flip it to the neutral zone. It'll come to Connor Brown. Connor Brown sends it to the far corner. Nobody home for Edmonton. And Vegas will send it up the ice. Oilers, they'll cut it off in the neutral zone. Puck along the half wall. And the Oilers are going to send it in. Not deep. It's a battle of attrition right now. Nobody can get that puck very much past the red line. Wallman up the boards, deflected by Frederick. He's going to chase after it. Trent Frederick against Hanifin. And Hanifin, he'll play it hard around the boards for Barbashev. He's hit off the puck. Sent up the middle to Connor Brown. Here comes Connor Brown for Edmonton. 35 seconds left. Hard around. That's going to be kept in by the Oilers. Here's Brett Kulak. Spins from a check. Centers it out in front of McDavid. Connor Brown comes up with it. Behind the net to McDavid. On his backhand. McDavid behind the Vegas net. Looking for the kill shot. Here's Kulak towards the goal. That's blocked by the Golden Knights. Kulak once again sends it down low. 15 seconds to go. The Oilers putting pressure on the Golden Knights. McDavid trying to come up with it. Here's William Karlsson. He'll skate it up the ice. Karlsson, he'll get it in deep. 4 seconds left. Tries to center it out in front. Oh, and here's a chance for the Golden Knights. Oh, my God. Did that stay out? Please tell me that stayed out. If that went in, I'm actually... Did that go in? Are you kidding me? Did that go in? Stuart fucking Skinner, there's no fucking way! That's fucking insane! How do you give that up? 0.4 seconds left. Fuck right off. Fuck off. How the fuck do you not just keep it out? What is wrong with you idiots? Holy fuck. Fucking insane. Fuck off. Fuck my ass, man. Fuck it. Literally insane. Fuck Skinner. Fuck him. Fuck Draisaitl. Literally fucking insane. How do you not just... the fuck? And what is Stuart Skinner doing? Look how far out he's coming from his crease. What are you doing, you moron? Just fucking hold an angle. Seriously, all Skinner has to do is just fucking hold an angle. Holy shit. Why does it come 20 feet out of his crease? What are you doing? Holy fuck, man. What is wrong with him? That guy is actually fucking stupid. He's the stupidest fucking goalie in the world. Actually, the stupidest goalie in the world. Legitimately the dumbest fucking goalie in the world. Fuck Stuart Skinner, man. Fuck him. What an absolute fucking moron. Holy shit. What the fuck is wrong with him? And yeah, like, obviously it's a bad bounce. It's a bad bounce. Because Draisaitl, he's trying to prevent the puck from going in, and it goes up, right? It hits Draisaitl's stick. Obviously, that's bad luck, right? That's bad luck. But there's no reason for Stuart Skinner. There's 2 seconds left on the clock. Just put your body against the post, you idiot. Why did he fly out of his crease like that? Like, Draisaitl's only covering in the crease, and it only goes off of him because Stuart Skinner comes 30 feet out like a moron. This team, man, this fucking team, and this stupid-ass goalie. Stupid goalie. He's the dumbest piece of shit on the entire fucking planet. Crazy. Crazy. I'm going to end the stream here. Obviously, you all got to see me have a fucking crash out. I'm going to have the best fucking crash out for the post-game fan reaction, too. Thank you for tuning in. I don't usually crash out and get absolutely insane like that, but holy fuck, man. Like, crazy. Eat the card. I bet it was a fun stream for a lot of you. Holy mother of Christ. There's no reason to lose that game the way they did. I would have rathered them lose in overtime. I would have rathered the puck drop and Jack Eichel just go in on a breakaway in overtime and lose it that way than lose it the way they did at the end of regulation. I've never fucking seen a goalie do what Stuart Skinner did there. Ever. Seriously. Stuart Skinner. No, I can't. I legitimately can't. The Oilers did so much work to tie that game up and give themselves an opportunity. I will have the post-game fan reaction up within the next hour. I will not be taking questions or comments from fans tonight. Sadly, I do apologize for that. Thank you for tuning in. We had Orion with 5. Orion subscribed. Hongwei subscribed. Northern Rock subscribed. We had David Reynolds with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you. Yan re-upped for 4 months. We had Experimental with 5 gifted memberships. Cookie Monster, $2. Kendra, $20 super chat. Retro, $1.99 super chat. Thank you so much for all of your support as always. We will see you later tonight for the fan reaction. I will see you tomorrow for the day after discussion. And holy shit. You know, we talk about turning points in series. You talk about turning points in series. Game 3 against the Kings. I said that's a turning point for LA. Holy mother of Christ, could this ever be the turning point for the Golden Knights? There's no reason. I'm watching this replay again. I can't fucking handle this. I cannot fucking handle this. I can't.